Hello guys, as I promised at the end of the video that I just uploaded a couple hours ago, where I recapped the highlights of the El Paso concert day one, here I am about to react to the live stream that BTS members did after finishing their concert at El Paso on day one. And I will do a full English translation while providing context as needed. Now this time, it was Taehyung, Jin, and RM who turned on the live stream, and they had conversations while eating. Whereas the last time it was SUGA, Jimin, and jhope. Although Taehyung at one point came in, joined them, and tried to read comments written by armies in the chat. And another difference was that last time they held a live stream after finishing their concerts in Tampa, but this time they held it right after the first concert in El Paso. The thumbnail is Taehyung in a car with his sunglasses on, and given the fact that he has beard, I wonder when is this from? And the title of the live stream was 어서와. It's a funny way of saying 어서와, which means welcome. Okay, so here we go. And they turned on a live stream at around 2:27 p.m. on May 3rd, 2026, KST. But local time, it was a nighttime after the concert. All right, so here we go. They talked for 15 minutes.
Hello, I'm Jin.
He said, 지금 이거 네 번째다. This is the fourth one. Maybe they attempted to do the live stream 3 times already, but then they failed due to technical issues, which is why Jin just said that 이거 네 번째다. This is our fourth try or fourth time. And then I see that this is a foot with the ice pack on, so maybe he's injured? Whoever.
Hello, I'm Jin.
I'm SUGA.
I'm SUGA.
I'm Jimin.
Oh, this is RM, Namjoon, trying to act as if he's SUGA.
Hello, I'm Jin.
I'm SUGA. I'm Jimin.
I'm Jimin. This is Taehyung, right? His voice. I'm Jimin.
시작했어?
네, 시작했어요.
아 뭐야 진짜 했어?
네, 지금 하고
시작했어? Have we started yet? And Taehyung said, yes, we have started. And Jin didn't realize that they actually started. Oh, 진짜, we actually did it?
있어요.
아 그래? Hello, I'm Jin.
J-hope, you're my hope. 형 얼굴 안 나와요.
형 얼굴 안 나와요. Your face is not showing, 형. And I'm just like, God damn.
God.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Jin. Hello, I'm RM.
I am manager.
What?
Manager. So it's chaotic from the get-go, and I'm already excited about how this would go for the rest of the 15 minutes live stream.
자.
오케이.
Hello, I'm Jin. 6번 했다.
6번 했다. We have already done this 6 times already.
카메라가 더 죽은데.
자, 오케이 인사드리겠습니다.
카메라가 더 죽은데.
카메라가 더 좋은데? Is this a better camera? Or the camera is better?
오케이 인사드리겠습니다. 뿡! 뱅! 뿡! 안녕하세요, 뿡뱅뻥입니다. 뿡뱅뻥!
Hello guys, we are Boom Bang Boom. Where does this come from? Is this like an inside joke that I'm not aware of or something? And I'm just noticing how energetic they sound. They must have been really tired from the concert, but it seems like they are even more hyped up. Maybe they got the energy from the fans who were so loud during the concert at El Paso, which is good.
저희는 지금 공연 끝나고 방금 저 엘파소에서
엘파소 끝났어.
엘파소 끝났어.
지금 이제 밥 먹으려고 하고 있어.
So we just finished the concert at El Paso, and there was like El Paso 끝났어. It kind of sounds like they're rhyming. 끝났어 means we just finished, and trying to make it sound like it rhymes with El Paso. We just finished El Paso concert. And Taehyung added, 밥 먹으려고 하고 있어, and we are about to eat dinner.
집에 왔어.
Vamos.
집에 왔어. We just got home. Meaning they got to the hotel room.
Vamos.
Vamos.
And vamos, which means let's go in Spanish, right? It kind of sounds like vamos, which means we ate. So it's kind of their attempt at wordplay. Vamos, making connections between vamos and eating. Vamos, which means we ate in Korean.
아직 안 먹었어.
안 먹었어.
못 먹었어.
아직 안 먹었어. We haven't eaten yet. 못 먹었어, which means 못 먹었어. We haven't been able to eat yet.
이제 치킨 먹었어.
아, 저희 오늘 김씨들이 다
이제 chicken 먹었어. We're about to eat chicken.
보였네요. 어디 김씨세요?
못 먹었어. 이제 치킨 먹었어.
아, 저희
This is so funny. Yeah, again, 밥 먹었어. That means we just had a meal or we ate a meal. But then they haven't eaten yet, which is why they're saying 안 먹었어. Haven't eaten yet. Or 못 먹었어. Have not been able to eat yet. Right?
저희 오늘 김씨들이 다 보였네요.
네.
어디 김씨세요?
저는 이게
김씨들이 다 모였네요. So here we are, all the Kims gathered today. 김남준, 김석진, 김태형. And then Jin asked, which Kim clan are you from? Because there's a different lineages, like clans. Even though their last name is all Kim, there are different clans. So Jin is asking RM, which Kim clan are you from?
이제 강릉 김치입니다.
강릉 김씨.
어디 김치세요?
전
RM said 강릉 김씨. 강릉 Kim clan. All right. And then
광산 김씨.
저 강상 김.
아, 광산에서 왔습니까? 강릉 김씨.
어디 김치세요?
전 광산 김씨.
광산 김씨. 석진 belongs to 광산 Kim clan. Meanwhile, 태형
강상 김.
아, 광산에서 왔습니까?
태형 belongs to 강산 김씨. Wait, 강산? Is it correct? Or 광산? Or am I hearing it wrong?
강상 김치야. 김치세요?
전 광산 김씨.
저 강상 김.
아, 광산에서 왔습니까?
강상.
강상. Maybe 강상? 강상 김씨? 태형 김씨. Hold on. Let me double check. Oh, it seems like both Taehyung and Jin are from the same Kim clan, 광산 김씨, which is why they are having a handshake.
어렵구만. 감사합니다.
그렇다 같은
어렵구만. Ain't easy.
김씨 아니.
어렵구만. 감사합니다.
그렇다 같은 김씨 아니겠습니까?
아 근데 아까
But after all, we are all Kims, aren't we?
위버스 오는데 연준이가 라이브 하고 있더라고요.
합방할까요?
합방하려고 했는데
Taehyung points out, by the way, when we were coming on to Weverse, I just noticed that Yeonjun of TXT was doing a live. And immediately, Jin suggests, should he do a joint live together?
제가 댓글을 못 남겨가지고
아, 댓글을 남겨.
And Taehyung said, I tried to, but I couldn't leave a comment. And Jin goes,
합방할 수 있어?
so you have to leave a comment to do a collaborative live?
나 합방 안 해봐서 몰라.
나도
너 합방 해봐.
And they have no idea. I don't know. I don't know because I haven't tried yet.
아티스트랑 합방 안 하는 건데.
I haven't tried a joint live with another artist. And in fact, the only time HYBE artists have done a joint live was back when Le Sserafim Yoonjin did a live with Cat's Eye members, like Lara and Sophia, if I remember correctly.
안 해봤어요.
Yeah, RM hasn't done it either. This is funny because it was these guys, in fact, Taehyung, who suggested the idea. Was it Taehyung? Maybe RM? Who suggested an idea of doing a joint live when they they tried to have a joint live with each other back in LA during the song camp. But these guys haven't done it yet with other artists.
해보실?
해보실? Would you like to try?
근데 그거는
Namjoon is singing TXT's latest track, 하루만 더. What's the English title? Stick With You. Yes, I love this track. And RM has been really supportive of their HYBE junior artists' music.
연준이가 받아줘야지. 근데 연준이가 하기 싫다면.
아 연준이 하고 싶지. 연준이 우리 좋아해.
연준이가 받아줘야지. 근데 연준이가
연준이가 받아들여야 할 수 있단 말이에요. We can only do a joint live if Yeonjun accepts our request. But
하기 싫다면.
아
연준이가 하기 싫다면, but Yeonjun is not willing to, I heard.
연준이 하고 싶지. 연준이 우리 좋아해.
But Seokjin said, of course, Yeonjun would love to do it or would accept it, right? Because he loves us. He totally wants to because he loves us.
연준이 막 나한테 뽀뽀하는 사진도 보내고 그래.
He even sends me selfies like blowing kisses and stuff. Seokjin points out. Yeah, BTS and TXT are very tight with each other. Fellow brothers under a big hit.
괜찮아 선배로 그냥 찍어 눌러.
Shh. What is that?
괜찮아 선배로
태형 shushing 석진.
그냥 찍어 눌러.
찍어 눌러 그냥?
괜찮아 선배로 그냥 찍어 눌러.
Oh, just use your seniority and press him hard or something. Which is funny because BTS is not the type of seniors who do that, using their seniority. And knowing that comment made by RM is pretty funny. But again, these guys are so tight with each other. By the way, last night, for some reason, random YouTube videos popped up on my timeline. Talk about how funny TXT guys are. It's a collage of random funniest footage of TXT, and those guys are pretty hilarious. By the way, I love those guys, and I love the album that they just put out a few weeks ago. Anyways,
저희가 오늘 온 이유는 다름이 아니라 오늘 공연이 끝났음에도 불구하고 다들 에너지가 넘쳐가지고 뭐라도 더 하고 싶다.
Paso.
Seokjin said, the reason why we are here today is simply that even after the concert, everyone is still so full of energy, so that we wanted to do more. And yeah, I was wondering, these guys seem very hyper, sound very hyper.
에너지 너무 넘쳤어.
El Paso, energy 너무 넘쳤어. And El Paso crowd was so full of energy. Again, rhyming a Korean phrase with El Paso by ending his phrase with so, a suffix. I like it.
죽였어.
죽였어, they killed it.
다리 너무 빨개 떠.
RM, 좋은데? You are good.
오늘 다리 진짜 너무 이뻤어요.
달이 너무 밝게 떨어졌어. The moon was very bright, and Seokjin agrees with Taehyung. Yeah, the moon tonight was very beautiful.
그래서 가사를 바꿨습니다. 이제 달이 떴다로 바꿨습니다.
가사를 바꿨습니다. So we changed the lyrics. 달이 떴다. The moon is up. Did they? Is this something that I missed? Did they do any interesting lyrical readaptation during the live?
그래서 가사를 바꿨습니다. 이제 달이 떴다로 바꿨습니다.
달이 떴다. So the moon has risen. Interesting. Let me know in the comments what he's referring to. For which song he changed the lyrics, or they changed the lyrics to the moon has risen?
겨워는 시간. 겨워는 때의 시간. 자, 그럼 우리
오늘의 아침반.
밥 좀 먹자. 겨워는 때의 시간. 자, 그럼 우리
오늘의 아침반.
밥 좀 먹자.
Okay.
식사를 마시죠.
밥 먹스.
나도 손 씻었어?
Okay, I think I found it. It was during Into the Sun, the last song of the concert, and RM apparently changed the lyrics. Originally, it's supposed to say 달은 아마 뜨지 않을 거야 오늘. Today, the sun probably will not rise, but I think he changed it into like the moon has actually risen. So let's check this out. 방황하는 건 난 집에 가고파 별이 있는 곳 별이 뜨고 펼치는 곳. Here it comes. Yeah, okay. It's not clear what exactly he said, but he did not follow his original lyrics. And he actually looked up at the sky and looked around because he noticed that the moon has risen and is super bright. Okay, now I see. And RM is good at changing the lyrics spontaneously. The best example is from the Netflix Live, where he changed the lyrics for Soju, Microcosmos, changing the population, adjusting the lyrics based on the actual population of the world, which was pretty funny. Microcosmos. And this time he adjusted his lyrics to the fact that the moon has risen and is super bright.
그럼요 형님.
다시 밥좀 먹죠.
겨워는 제일 즐거운.
자, 그럼 우리
And
가사를 바꿨습니다. 이제 달이 떴다로 바꿨습니다.
yeah, I changed the lyrics to the moon has risen. Okay, I see. I guess that's what he said right here. Okay, cool.
겨워는 제일 즐거운.
자,
I don't know what he said. 태형 and he said right here though. 개화는 4시간 or something?
그럼 우리 이제
아침반
밥좀 먹죠.
나침반 means compass. 짐승들의 나침반. Okay. So Jin just said the second line from RM's verse. 부서진 짐승들의 나침반.
밥좀 식사지 마시죠.
Vamoose.
남준 손 씻었어?
Vamoose.
그럼요 형님.
Namjoon, have you washed your hands? RM said, yes, of course, I have.
다 씻고 와. 우리 둘 씻고 왔어.
아 씻었죠 형님.
Go wash your hands. Taehyung and I already washed ours. But RM keeps saying that I already washed.
씻었어요. 알았죠. 아 잠깐만. 잠시만요. 이걸 심하게
이렇게 밀까? 아니면
Jin singing his line from Into the Sun. And if we run out of time, I'll chase the feeling. Never too far behind.
잠시만요.
기다려봐. 내가
이렇게 발 뻗으면 되잖아. 오케이.
So this is funny because there's a funny meme or joke saying how Koreans love sitting on the floor, leaning their backs against the sofa instead of actually sitting on the sofa. And that's what they're doing when they eat.
기다려봐.
아 잠깐만. 잠시만요. 이걸 심하게
이렇게 밀까? 아니면
이거 밀까? Shall we push the table? Taehyung asked.
잠시만요.
기다려봐. 내가
Wait a minute.
이렇게 발 뻗으면 되잖아. 오케이.
We can just stretch our legs like this.
발뻗.
But bust, stretch it out.
뻗어서
Stretch your legs.
아,
And it seems like Namjoon hasn't fully recovered, or at least he has to place an ice pack on his foot for further recovery.
이게 안 나오네. 근데 뭐 상관없어.
우리가 들고 있으면 되잖아. 너도 발 뻗어.
이게 안 나오네. So these are not showing up, meaning that the audience cannot see the food. And Jin said that, yeah, well, we can simply like hold these ourselves and stretch yours out too. Seokjin is suggesting to Taehyung, stretch your legs too.
내가 뻣뻣해가지고.
아니야.
I'm stiff. 뻣뻣해가지고.
아니 얘를 조금만 밀면
아니야. 지금 우리 얼굴이 더 가까워졌어.
If we push the camera, 밀면, it might be better. And Seokjin says, no way, but our faces are closer now together.
이거 봐봐.
Look at it.
해가지고.
얘를 살짝만 비교해볼까요?
치킨을 보여주고 싶은 거야. 잠시만.
Seokjin,
아니
딱 해가지고.
얘를 살짝만 비교해볼까요?
치킨.
so RM suggests maybe we should adjust the angle of the camera a bit, tilt it slightly. Seokjin is saying, oh, you're trying to show the chicken?
치킨을 보여주고 싶은 거야. 잠시만.
You want to show the chicken?
이것도 보여줘.
잠시만 내가 해볼게.
We would love to show these too. And I think they are drinking their Adi products. So, okay, that's fair enough. Again, Adi is the food and beverage brand that these members were actively involved with from the development phase.
해볼게요.
And they promoted these products during their last live stream, featuring SUGA, Jimin, jhope as well.
남이지.
Alright, Taehyung is now adjusting the angle. Okay.
심지어 레전드 삼각대도 없어서 지금 계란판에다 고정.
This is legendary. We don't even have a tripod, so it's literally propped up on an egg carton. Okay.
중학생 제가
Where did they get the egg carton from?
저기 공연장에 들어왔어요.
공연장에 두고 왔어요. I actually left it at the venue. Left the tripod at the venue? Jin is saying?
한다고 해서 공연장에 들어왔어요.
나 지금 너무 좋아. 지금 어때?
This is perfect. How is it? Taehyung asked.
나 지금
딜레이.
있어.
이거 한번 봐봐.
So there's a slight delay. They're actually using a laptop to watch themselves, do a monitoring of the live stream.
근데
나 각도
It's
지금
good.
너무 잘해 나.
It's good.
좋은데?
The angle is perfect. I set it up perfectly, Taehyung says.
계란판이 살짝 보여.
괜찮아.
We can see the egg carton slightly visible. Yup. This is funny.
약간 감성.
아니야. 이제
약간 감성. The vibe is there. It's the vibe.
이제
옛날
나
하두리 감성 아시죠?
그 옛날.
그쵸.
야 저희.
옛날 하두리 감성. 하두리 is like an old school webcam service that existed in Korea. And Haduri vibe is like where the cam is very old school. The visibility is very old school. That's what they were talking about. What RM was referring to.
야 기가.
All right, now the angle is perfect. So Seokjin is praising Taehyung. 기가 막히다. That's amazing.
땡이요.
쉿.
잠시만 이것만.
She.
또안 되는
Okay.
나오면 어때?
이러면 이제
좀 나오면 어때? It doesn't matter if the egg carton is showing up. It's all about the vibe.
나는
그럼
그럼
어떤데?
형님 장유유서 하시죠.
장유유서 하시죠. 장유유서 is a age before beauty. That's what it means literally, but it's about like hierarchy. So in this context, Namjoon is suggesting that Jin eats the chicken first because he's the oldest.
작물도 위아래가 있는데.
웨이버스.
찬물도 위아래가 있는데. Even cold water has hierarchy.
근데 아래부터 차가운 거 알죠?
그러니까 그 밑에부터 먹어야 되지 않냐? 너부터 시작해 그러면.
That's funny. Even cold water has hierarchy. 찬물도 위아래가 있는데. So that's pretty much the same thing as 장유유서, age before beauty. Referring to the theme of hierarchy, respect your elders. But then they're pointing out like scientific facts. Like Taehyung says that 근데 찬물부터 아래부터 차가운 거 아시죠?
근데 아래부터 차가운 거 알죠?
Yeah, 아래부터 차가운 거 아시죠? But the bottom is colder. And then Seokjin, without missing a beat, suggests.
그 밑에부터 먹어야 되지 않냐? 너부터 시작해 그러면.
Yeah, so shouldn't the guys at the bottom start eating? So Taehyung, you go first then. Because Taehyung is the youngest out of these three.
그럼 제가 먼저 한번 뜯어보겠습니다.
Okay, then I will start first.
저는 또 닭다리 있는 형들 먹으라고.
너 먹어. 먹어.
괜찮아.
에이.
괜찮아.
닭다리 is a drumstick, and this is probably the case in other cultures. Drumsticks are the people's preferences, like their favorites. Like personally, I love drumsticks, and for a single chicken, there are only 2 drumsticks. So Taehyung is saying that drumsticks are for the hyungs. And while other guys, Namjoon and Seokjin, are saying, nah, you go ahead. You are able to. It's your choice or something.
약간 저기 있어.
Go ahead. Eat it.
먹어.
괜찮아.
에이.
괜찮아. 약간 저기 있어.
There are 4 drumsticks. 닭다리 4개 있어. Namjoon points out.
이런 거 별로 안 좋아.
아니야 먹어.
But I don't like this. I don't like drumsticks, Taehyung says.
닭다리는 형님 먼저.
아니야.
Drumsticks are for 형님, for you first.
너가 그걸 먹었어야. 야 먹으라고 한다고 진짜 먹네. 이걸 하지.
This is funny. Seokjin says that no, you should have eaten it because in that way I would have said that 먹으라고 했는데 진짜 먹네. Like I said eat it as a formality and he actually takes it as a joke. Like jokingly criticizing him. And he would have said that only if Taehyung had taken the drumstick, but now he's not able to. So that's funny.
각도 진짜 약간 레전드다. 약간 되게
각도 진짜 레전드다. The angle is legendary.
심지어 포커스도 안 맞는 것 같아.
Even the focus is not there. Maybe they were watching the angle from earlier because there's a slight delay. Maybe they were looking at this.
에이.
형님 먼저.
각도 진짜 약간 레전드다. 약간 되게
심지어 포커스도 안 맞는 것 같아.
성공
그러네.
성공 못한 알죠? 약간
포커스가 어디에가 있는 거야?
성공 못한 약간 BJ 약간 그런 느낌?
성공 못한 BJ. 성공 means success. So RM is saying that this angle makes them look like streamers who didn't make it. Streamers who aren't successful, like meaning amateur BJ streamers. That's funny.
형님 장애 유수하시죠. 겐장.
먼저.
되게
심지어 포커스 어디에가 있는 것 같아.
성공
그러네.
성공 못한 알죠? 약간
포커스가 어디에가 있는
성공 못한 약간 BJ 약간 그런 느낌?
Yeah, BJ means streamers in the Korean context.
잠시만.
유튜버 약간
야 근데 이게 좀 자세가 불편하긴 하다. 이거.
자세가 불편하긴 하다. The position is pretty uncomfortable.
제 방법을 찾았어요.
이렇게 하면 되는 거 아니야?
I found a way.
아니 그게 아니라 다리를 뻗어가지고.
Okay, so Namjoon is placing the pillow behind Seokjin's back.
예. 야.
다이용.
Okay, so it's actually made it better.
이런 거 어떤데?
Meanwhile, Taehyung is adjusting the angle further.
안 좋네 지금 그거에.
근데 여기 이런 거 어떤데?
화질이 안 좋네 지금 그거에.
근데 여기는
화질이 안 좋네. The quality, the visibility quality is not that good.
화질 좋거든요.
The quality is actually good, Taehyung says.
한국인은 원래 약간 이거 해야 돼.
So the picture quality is actually good.
자 찬물도 위안.
한국인은 원래 약간 이거 해야 돼.
한국인은 약간 이거 원래 해야 돼. Koreans just have to do things like this. Namjoon says.
그죠?
자 찬물도 위아래가
등받이, like putting something behind your back, like a pillow,
있다고 다음 찬물은
while sitting on the floor.
오케이 그럼 저는
Seokjin said, 찬물도 위아래가 있는데, again, age before beauty, or respect your elders. But in this case, it's like the meaning is flipped. So the younger guys have to go first. So Seokjin suggests Taehyung or Namjoon starts eating before Seokjin.
바로 다리 집어버려요.
다리 맛있게 먹어.
이건 바로 다리 집어버려. Okay, then I'll just go for the drumstick then, right away.
그럼 나도 바로 이거 뭐냐? 뭔지 모르겠지만 집어버려.
라리자.
Okay, and Seokjin chose his chicken part. 가슴, I think, is a chicken breast for him.
라리다리.
맛있네.
야미.
맛있네. It's yummy, delicious.
맛있네.
자, 고생했으니까 건배 한번 할까요?
Since we have done our concerts, let's toast.
고생하셨습니다.
고생하셨어요.
Great work today.
여러분들.
오늘 고생했어요. 내일은 또 고생하고.
Everyone, you worked hard today.
마지막 그
Tomorrow we will work hard again.
뒤졌어.
깜찍하지. 내일은 또 고생하고.
오늘 귀엽더라 마지막 그 두 번 뒤졌어.
깜찍하지.
귀엽더라. 마지막 그 두 건 뒤집었어서 you were cute. Towards the end of the concert where you had that bandana.
깜찍한 본능 어쩔 수 없는 것 같아.
Had the bandana on.
약간
Was it? I think he's referring to Jin. Oh yes, Jin had that bandana. Put it on his head. So RM is saying that it was really cute.
시장 바닥에 어떤 약간 그런 두부 파는 그런 스타일.
두부 파는 style. Kind of looks like you are someone selling tofu at a street market. Oh, I see. Okay, because like something like this. This is the best reference that I could find right now. Anyways, Namjoon is describing how Seokjin was looked like in a funny way, in a joking way.
공연 끝나고 먹는 밥이 진짜 맛있어.
공연 끝나고 먹는 밥이 진짜 맛있다. The meal that you have right after the concert, that's the best.
맞긴 해. 이 적당한 말이
맞긴 해. You are right.
그냥 손을 먹어야 돼.
So Taehyung cannot stand eating it with the fork, so he decided to use his hand.
라이브 진짜 오랜만에 먹었어 그냥.
나도.
라이브 진짜 오랜만인 것 같지 않아? It's been a long time since the last time we did a live stream. Namjoon points out, and Seokjin agrees.
언제 했더라?
When was the last time?
미국이 마지막이었나?
저 옛날에 폈다가 그 후회한다는 그 라이브가 마지막이에요.
Okay, Seokjin thinks that the last time they did was in the US. And Namjoon said the last time he did a live stream was back when he turned it on and then later regretted it. Yeah, when was it? Hold on. Yeah, the live stream that all the K-media agencies were talking about. Was it December 6th? Where was it? There was one more, right? Or was it this one? Anyways, looks like the last time Namjoon did a solo live stream was back in December of last year during Christmas season.
그 지상파 뉴스 나온 거.
지상파 뉴스 나온 거. Yeah, the live stream where the broadcast news talked about.
한 4달 된 것 같은데?
Feels like it's been about 4 months.
그런 것까지 얘기 안 해줘도 돼.
한 4달?
석진 says, 그런 것까지 얘기 안 해줘도 돼. You don't have to share that much detail. Yeah, that was a live stream where Namjoon said something like he even considered back in the day like the possibility of whether they should keep going or they should disband. And that particular word, disband, really grabbed everybody's attention, especially the haters and the trolls and especially the K-media, and it was all over the news.
4달 반 되나? 4달 된 것 같은데?
그런 것까지 얘기 안 해줘도 돼.
한 4달 반 되나?
Maybe 4 months and a half?
널 보고 날 조심하게 돼서 안 끼게 되더라고.
널 보고 조심해서 안 키게 되더라고. So seeing you made me like scared to go live myself, or watching what happened, probably watching the reaction to Namjoon's live stream made Seokjin feel like he has to be more careful, and that made him hesitate to turn on the live stream himself. That's so regrettable. I mean, there's nothing wrong with what these guys said in the past. It's just other guys, the media and the haters, blowing everything out of proportion. And why do these guys have to be like self-conscious? I mean, yeah. Of course, they have to be careful about what they say, and they do. But the things that they actually say are completely fine if you consider the whole context. And that is actually something that Jungkook talked about during his solo live stream, how the media and content creators exaggerate things, making provocative headlines. So it's kind of regrettable how, BTS member, like for example, Seokjin right here says that he feels like he needs to be extra careful because of something that he's not responsible for, or because of something that he has not done anything wrong about. It's the media's reaction that is problematic. Anyways.
지금 켜도 돼요? 앨범 더 나왔다는 거.
남준 said, 켜도 돼요. You go ahead. There's nothing wrong with going live. It's fine to go live.
아 조심하게 장기가 되더라고.
아 지금 켜도 돼요. 앨범 더 나왔다 아닙니까?
앨범도 나왔다 아닙니까? The album is already out. So the critical phase has already passed. There were a lot of noises back then, especially because it was right around the comeback period. 날개, wings.
무슨 얘기 할까요?
What shall we talk about?
오늘 잘 지내세요?
요즘 잘 지내세요? How are you lately?
지금 잘 지내죠.
I'm
저
doing
이번
well.
투어가 너무 행복하고
다행이다.
요즘 투어가 너무 행복하고 I'm so happy with this tour.
새로운 투어인 것 같아요.
다행이다.
It feels like
저 이번 투어가 너무 행복하고
다행이다.
and immediately 남준 says 다행이다. That's a relief.
만족스러운 투어인 것 같아요.
만족스러운 투어인 것 같아요. It feels like a satisfying tour.
다행이다. 형이 행복해서.
형이 오늘 또
I'm glad that you are happy. 남준 says.
했어요.
그러니까
너무 행복하고.
어제도 그 말했어.
태영, 형, you said it again today that you are so happy.
이번 투어가 막 너무 빡빡하고 뭐가 많지 않아가지고 진정으로 투어를 즐길 수 있어가지고 너무 좋은 투어인 것 같아요.
I'm so happy that this Arirang tour is not that packed in terms of schedule. And it's the one where we can actually enjoy ourselves. It's not overly packed, not too much going on. So you can actually really enjoy the tour. And that makes me happy. And that is something that the members talked about early on. It was exactly their plan. They intentionally made the tour a bit more relaxing just for that purpose. That was very intentional. So I'm glad that it's working out.
난 너무 심심해.
난 너무 심심해. I'm actually so bored.
나도 같이 게임의 세계에 빠져보는 것 같아.
나는
Why don't you enter the world of game world with me? 석진 suggest.
저 일단 플스 하고 일단 그 아스트로봇 하고 있긴 한데
So I got a PlayStation and I'm playing Astrobot right now.
다음에 이제 좀 멋있는 거 해보려고 형이 하는 게임 같은 거.
But after that, I want to try something cooler, like the kind of games that Hyung, you are playing. Okay, it looks like this is the game that RM was referring to. Astrobot is a 2024 platform game developed by Team SUGA and published by Sony for the PlayStation 5 in celebration of PlayStation's 30th anniversary. So it looks like it's a adorable game. And after he's done with this, Namjoon says that he will play like cooler games like Jin, maybe more complicated, complex games.
난 정국이한테 미국 와서 플스를 사줬어.
난 정국이한테 미국 와서 플스를 사줬어. I actually bought 정국 a PlayStation when we came to America.
살수 있지.
이거 해보라고.
To suggest trying games. That's very nice of Jin, and that is so 석진. Buying PlayStation for 정국.
야미.
Yummy.
쟤도 플스 해볼 생각 없냐?
Wow, the last time we heard Yummy from Jin was during his world tour. Man, it's been... time flies. Jin asked Taehyung, 넌 플스 해볼 생각 없냐? Would you like to try PlayStation as well, Taehyung?
태영 씨는 롤 하시잖아요.
태형 씨는 로 하잖아. 태형 plays League of Legends though.
형이 사줄 거예요?
사주지.
형이 사줄 거예요? Are you going to buy me PlayStation? And 석진, without missing a beat, says yes.
때문에 한다면 저희 조건이
If you are willing to play.
열심히 해야 돼.
But there's a condition though. You have to work at it. You have to try hard.
형이랑 같이 해야 돼 이만.
And you have to play together with 형.
형 저는 제 영혼을 갈아 넣을 자신 있어요.
저는 제 영혼을 갈아 넣을 자신이 있어요. I am confident that I will pour my whole soul into it.
그럼 바로 사주지. 사줘?
Then I will buy it immediately. Would you like it? And Taehyung says yes.
재미없다고 안 하면 어떡해?
What if you quit saying that it's boring?
정국이 3배로 물어주기로 했어.
Jungkook agreed to pay me back triple if he quits.
전 5배를 모르겠
I'll do 5 times then.
네, 내일 바로 사줄게.
I'll buy for you tomorrow, right away. That's so funny. So the deal is, if they quit, they have to pay back Seokjin like multiple times the actual price. How much is PlayStation lately? PlayStation 5 price. Let's see. As of April 2026, the standard price is $640. Okay, there are different versions. Digital edition is $600. The high-end Pro is like $900. Interesting. All right.
셋이 라이브 킨적 있나?
셋이 라이브 킨 적 있나? Have we ever done a live stream together with these 3 members?
처음인가?
Maybe the first time?
그래요?
아니죠.
Is that so?
아주 옛날에 있지 않을까?
Maybe a long time ago?
있었던 것 같은데.
At least once? Maybe it happened?
여기서 딱 호비 형까지 하면 우리 맛집 멤버 아니에요?
아 저희가 마침
If we add HYBE, then it becomes a 맛집 member, like the members or the group who loves visiting good restaurants, good places.
거예요.
We are the 맛집 member, the restaurant crew.
맛집을 찾아서 멤버잖아 우리.
We're the
난
restaurant
태양한테
crew.
너무 고마워.
I'm still thankful for Taehyung
난 집에서 게임만 하고 밖을 잘 안 나가니까
because I always just play games at home and do not barely go outside.
나는 그 미슐랭 그리고 그 뭐냐
맛집
Michelin,
프랑스 요리 그 뭐냐
French,
이탈리안
아니 프랑스 그
코스 요리.
프랑스 요리 이탈리안.
코스 그
course menu.
뭐 파이다이닝?
Fine dining, okay.
난 그런 데 가본 적이 없어.
So I have never been to like a fine dining place, and Seokjin was trying to remember that phrase, fine dining, which is why he was searching for that word by dropping like French or Italian cuisine thing. But he says that I've never been to like a course meal like that.
아
그냥 왔었어 거기.
한국에서?
아니 어디서 어느 나라에서든지.
So whether in Korea or outside Korea, he's never been to a place like that.
그러니까 뭐 어디 자리에 막 갑자기 불려가고 이런 걸 제외하고는
Except cases when I'm being suddenly called to like a party or some occasion because some people like call him all of a
내
sudden.
자의로 간 적이 없는데
I've never gone somewhere like that on my own.
태영이가 형 가볼래요? 이래가지고 이제 처음 따라가게 됐는데
So Taeyong suggested, "Hyung, would you like to come?" And that's the first time I went.
그런 자리에 내가 가볼 수 있다는 게 너무 행복하더라고. 사실 태영이 아니었으면 갈 기회가 없었어.
Oh, the fact that I got to experience something like that, it made me so happy. And hearing that makes armies happy too, probably. And he said, honestly, without Taehyung, I never would have had the chance.
근데
태양이가
태영이가
완전 맛집 멤버죠.
자꾸
태영이가 맛집 멤버잖아. Yeah, Taehyung is indeed the part of the restaurant crew, meaning he's so good at and so willing to find good restaurants.
형 갈래요 하니까 가는 게 뭐 되게 행복하고 좋고 그러더라고.
근데
Taehyung just kept saying, "Hyung, you wanna go? Wanna go?" And it was just so wonderful and great.
갔을 때 남준 형도 같이 갔잖아요.
맞아.
And Namjoon Hyung came with us too.
그리고 호미가 있었나?
그때
Was J-Hope with us? Hobie with us?
호비 형은
윤기였지.
없었어요.
그때
윤기 형이 같이 가고 싶다 해서.
Hobie wasn't there. Yoongi Hyung said that he wanted to come.
그냥 같이 가시죠 하면서.
그때 호비형 하고
So let's all go then.
싶다는데 그 전주에 갔다 왔다 했어.
맞아.
Hobie wanted to go too, but he said that he went there a week before. So I guess that the implication is that there were only the capacity only space for only 4 members, and since J-Hope went there a week before, the previous week, Yoongi joined him.
저희 넷이 이제 맛집을 찾아서 멤버거든요.
So us 4 are the restaurant crew, 맛집 crew. Restaurant hunting crew.
정국이는 그래서 정국이는 하루 종일 운동만 하는 것 같고.
운동
And these days, Jungkook seems like he just works out all day.
나들하게는
정국이는
대단하더라 걔는. 석진 is impressed by Jungkook. He's really awesome, incredible.
공연 끝나면 2시간을 운동을 해요.
Wow. After a concert, Jungkook works out for 2 hours. How is that possible? He's such a monster.
그리고 아침에 일어나서 또 1시간
아침에 일어나서 다시 유산소를 타고 1시간.
유산소랑 무산소를 따로 하더라.
그러니까.
Then he gets up in the morning when he does another hour of cardio. And Seokjin sounds like he's blown away by the fact that he does cardio and weight training separately.
그 정도는 해야 되나 봐. 나머지는 저희는 그 정도로 운동하면 저희 다쳐요. 몸이 안 받쳐.
I guess that's just what it takes. But as for the rest of us, if I work out that much, I'll get injured.
가지고.
My body cannot handle it.
우리 한 대여섯 명은 헬스장에서 맨날 만나잖아.
Still, like 5 or 6 of us, we meet at the gym every day.
항상 하죠. 운동 항상 하는데 정국이 진짜 못 따라잡겠더라.
We always do it. We work out every day, but Jungkook is just on another level. Man. So when we saw Jungkook working out at the gym, at the hotel, which he posted on his Instagram, although it was a part of his way of promoting the Seraphim song, this wasn't just concept. He was really working out. And for 2 hours, that's impressive.
아, 걔는 무슨
저는 그렇게 했으면 진짜 다쳤어요.
그래.
If I had done that, something Jungkook does, I would have gotten injured long ago.
대단해 진짜.
런닝머신에 화면 나오잖아. 그것만
나오는 애들 같아요. 보기 나오는.
그것만 보면서 1시간 반을 타더라고. 그 유튜브도 안 보고 아무것도 안 보고.
진짜.
It's incredible. Seokjin says, you know how treadmills have a little screen?
같아요. 보기 나오는.
그것만 보면서 머신에 화면 나오잖아. 그것만
나오는 애들 같아요. 보기 나오는.
그것만 보면서 1시간 반을 타더라고. 그 유튜브도 안 보고 아무것도 안 보고.
진짜.
He just runs on a treadmill, just watching that screen on the treadmill without watching any YouTube videos.
맞아.
대박이에요.
정국이 진짜 아무것도 안 보고.
진짜 아무것도 안 보고.
Wow. And Taehyung noticed it too. Yeah, Jungkook doesn't watch anything. Meaning he doesn't watch contents or anything. He just runs on a treadmill.
나 지금 그게 제일 힘들어.
런닝머신
And that is so fascinating, Taehyung says.
그 화면만 보고 1시간 반을 타더라고.
Just running on a treadmill for an hour and a half, just looking at the built-in screen on the treadmill.
그 대신 그 이어폰으로 애니 노래 듣잖아요.
아 그래?
네, 정국이 좋아하는 애니 노래들.
Okay, except he listens to music. All right, that's understandable. I thought he was literally just watching the screen on the treadmill, which is like scary almost. I mean, technically you can if you really just enjoy running. But for me, I cannot run without music. So Jungkook at least listens to music, and according to Namjoon, he listens to the animation OST, like official soundtrack that he loves. Jungkook loves
아무튼 대단합니다, 진짜.
anime songs through his earphones. But anyways, he is incredible.
윤기형 뭐야? 그래서 윤기형 하루 종일 기타만 치는 것 같아요.
What about Yoongi? Yoongi Young, I think he seems like he just plays guitar all day.
대단한 음악가.
윤기형
대단한 음악가야. He's an incredible musician. Seokjin says.
기타 치고.
Yoongi Young plays guitar,
그럼 나머지 5은 뭐 피클볼도 하고 뭐.
그렇지.
그죠?
and the other 5 guys have been playing pickleball and stuff. And who was it? Was it Jin who posted a footage of? Yeah, it was Jin who posted the members playing pickleball like this at the gym.
피클볼 해야지.
So I guess the pickleball crew is OT7 minus Yoongi and Jungkook. That means these 3 guys plus Jimin and jhope.
피클볼 재밌죠.
Pickleball is so fun.
그래서 태영이가 우리 문화 대장이야.
Taeyong is our cultural leader.
문화 리더야.
우리 동네 문화를.
Cultural leader.
어.
왜냐면은
문화 리더야.
우리 동네 문화를요?
어.
왜냐면은
문화에 관련된 것들 다 찾아와.
He because he finds everything culture related for us.
우리가 투어하면서
Because while we are on our tour,
안 심심해야 되니까
We shouldn't get bored
지루해하고
and stay entertained.
너무 좋아. 너무 행복해.
Oh, this is so lovely to hear 석진 say that 이번 투어 너무 좋아. I love this tour so much. I'm so happy. Yeah, because the last time it's been only a few months, since when Seokjin finished his solo world tour, which was incredible. What he did was really amazing, but he must felt very lonely and tired. And according to what he said during the BTS documentary, The Return Netflix documentary, he even got really sick by the end, toward the end. So it's just great to hear how happy he feels during this tour right now.
그래서 제가 좀 많이 찾았죠. 제가 왜냐면 피클볼 한번 쳤는데
그래서 제가 많이 찾았죠. Which is why I found a lot of stuff or looking for things, like entertaining things, because we are not supposed to get bored during the tour. And he said something about pickleball.
야 피곤 재밌다.
너무 행복해.
그래서 제가 좀 많이 찾았죠. 제가 왜냐면 피클볼 한번 쳤는데
I have played pickleball in the past.
야 피곤 재밌더라.
네, 이거를
Namjoon said it was really fun.
했는데 뭔가 이거 멤버들이랑 하면 너무 재밌을 것 같아서
And I thought that playing this with the members would be so fun.
한국에서 했었어?
아니면 저
Did you play it? 방송에서 했었어.
하와이에 뭔가 이거 멤버들이랑 하면 너무 재밌을 것 같아서
한국에서 했었어?
Did you play it in Korea? Seokjin asked.
아니면 저 하와이 여행에서
Oh, I played it in Hawaii when I traveled to Hawaii.
아,
나 하고 발목 이만큼 부어서 치지 말래. 컨디션 키면.
Namjoon. But I played and my ankle swelled up this much, so they told me not to play
잘 러닝하래.
because
하고 발목 이만큼 부어서 치지 말래. 컨디션 키면. 잘 러닝하래.
they said I should run instead.
그치 그런 게 많이 뛰어다녀가지고.
팍 비틀고 이래서.
지금
Because you have to run around a lot, and then you have to twist. You can twist your ankle,
다리 삘 수도 있고.
스무크였어. 재밌었는데.
so you can pull a muscle. But it was so fun.
아무튼 뭐 투어를 시작하니까 참 신기하네요. 솔직히 투어 못할 줄 알았는데.
Anyway, now that the tour has begun, it's just so real. Honestly, I wasn't sure we'll be able to tour again, or I'll be able to tour again.
그런데
그냥 이 날이 올까 그런 생각했던 거 같아.
Okay. I wonder, will this day ever actually come? All right. Let's see.
썼어가지고 그때
그런데
그냥 이 날이 올까 그런 생각했던 거 같아.
너무 멀었었어가지고 그때
너무 멀었었어가지고 그때. Was it because it felt so far away back then? Probably referring to their military era.
군대에서 항상 생각하고 작년에 LA에서도 와 이게 나오긴 나오나?
I used to think about it in the military, and even last year in LA, I was thinking, is this actually going to happen?
그치 오래 걸리긴 했지. 준비한 기간이.
Right, it did take a long time, given how long we prepared.
답답해서.
It was frustrating.
근데 오랜만에 곳곳 가서 아까 세계 곳곳에 계시는 분들 보니까 되게 좋은 것 같아요 진짜.
Like getting to visit all these places after so long, seeing people from all around the world, is just really good.
그래서 저희가 한국, 일본, 미국 뭐 이렇게 하고 있잖아요.
멕시코.
So far we've already done Korea, Japan, and America. It's all happening.
그 나라에 일본, 미국 뭐 이렇게 하고 있잖아요.
멕시코 가요.
And we are also going to Mexico.
그 나라의 각 그 특성들이 보이는 것 같아서.
So we can really see the individual character of each country.
좋고 행복해.
Which is really fun, it's good, and I'm happy. I've been noticing Seokjin has been using the word 행복해 or 행복, happiness or happy, multiple times during the live stream. That's great.
진짜.
확실히 엘파소 사막이 많아서 뜨거워요.
El Paso, probably because there's a lot of desert, is hot.
열정적이지.
뜨거워.
아이,
열정적이죠. Okay, I love how
저는 좀
나서 뜨거워요.
maybe Namjoon was talking about temperature, but then very smoothly 석진 adds 열정적이지. They're passionate. Oh, I see what you're doing, 석진.
열정적이지.
뜨겁다.
뜨겁나?
난
So
좀-
hot.
좀 그 공연하면서 좀 안타까운 게
One thing that was a little sad or regrettable about performing.
좀 팬분들하고 터치도 하고 그러고 싶은데
저
이제
솔직히 그거 하고 싶어요. 크라우드 서핑.
I would love to have skinship, touch. And when he used that term, touch with the fans, meaning having like handshakes or high fives with the fans. So Seokjin said that he would love to do that, but then Namjoon says that I would love to do crowd surfing.
그 위로 그냥 점프하는 거 뛰어드는 거 그냥.
아이고
Oh, where you just jump into the crowd and the crowd carries you along. Can you imagine BTS doing that? I mean, it.
근데 이렇게 했다가 이제 다시 보내주는 거. 뭔지 알지?
You know what I'm saying, right? Namjoon asked. Crowd surfing, which is pretty cool, but the reason why a lot of artists don't do that is because of the safety issues. Even if you trust your fans. Anyways,
하면 안 될 것 같아.
yep, 석진 says. 근데 그건 하면 안 될 것 같아. I don't think we should do that.
진영 무서운 거 별로 안 좋아해요.
좀 무거워가지고 우리 막.
태형 goes, 진형 무서운 거 별로 안 좋아해요. 진형 doesn't like scary things. But then Namjoon says, I'm a bit heavy.
그 뭐야 무섭다기보다는 나는 관객분들하고 터치하고 싶은데
어떤
혹시
터치하고
우리가
So it's not that it's scary. Anyways, so he's going back to what he was talking about. He would love to, do high five, like physical connection with the audience.
이렇게 그러니까 그 아이돌 하다 이렇게 터치를 하고 싶어. 근데 이걸 하면
Like for example, when they perform Idol, where they walk around or run around the venue, and he would love to have that physical connection with the audience.
위험할 수 있죠.
영상이 또 돌잖아. 그럼
But if he did that,
또
there would be videos circulating online,
하고 싶은 분들이 많이 생기실 거 아니야.
and then so many people will want to do the same thing, right?
그래가지고
저한테도
그냥 이악
Yeah, if I were them, I would love to do that too, RM said.
물고 절대 옆에 계신 분들 안 바라보면서 카메라나 땅만 바라보면서 이렇게 앞으로 가야 돼. 좀 죄송하지만 그건
So I just grip my teeth, never look at anyone standing next to me on the runway, and I just look at the camera or the floor and just keep walking forward.
어쨌든 앞으로도 또 결국 하면 안 되는 거니까.
그러면 첫 사운드
Because that's just something that shouldn't happen.
앞으로 가야 돼. 좀 죄송하지만 그건
But I'm sorry about that. 죄송하지만, I'm sorry about that.
어쨌든 앞으로도 또 결국 하면 안 되는 거니까.
그러면 첫 사운드 체크 때 내려가서
Okay, I see. So, Seokjin is, basically expressing his desire to have that, physical connection, high-fiving, or handshaking with the audience during the idol performance. But, once he starts doing that, everybody else would love to have the connection with Jin, and that will delay the marching during the idol performance, right? So Seokjin is talking about how he tries to suppress that desire during that stage.
저희가 형,
첫 공연이에요.
첫 공연 때 형 내려가면 안 돼요?
아니면 그 저 솔로 투어 할 때 그렇게 했어.
첫 사운드 체크 때
내려가면 안 돼요? 저희가 형,
또 결국 하면 안 되는 거니까.
그러면 첫 사운드 체크 때 내려가서
So during the first sound check,
저희가 형,
첫 공연이에요.
Hyung went down into the crowd, and it was actually during the first concert.
첫 공연 때 형 내려가면 안 돼요?
So we told Jin, Hyung, you cannot go down like that.
아니면 그 저 솔로 투어 할 때 그렇게 했었거든요. 그래서
Because during my solo tour, I used to do that all the time.
별 뭐 그거 없겠지 했는데 좀 문화가 그 몇 달 사이 많이 달라졌더라고요.
And at the time, I thought, it shouldn't be that big of an issue, but then I realized for the past few months, quote unquote, culture has changed a bit.
진짜로? 나도 그런 거 하고 싶었는데.
I've always wanted to do something like that too.
뭐 어쨌든 안전한 게 최우선 아니겠습니까? 네.
Are they referring to that moment when Jin came down into the audience, into the crowd during the encore stage during the first concert, where he actually had that like high five with the audience? And it was really impressive because he knew how to calm down the audience. And there was if I remember correctly, there's a footage in my video too, where I did a review of the concert. Actually, let me pull it up. All right, found it right here. We gotta talk about Jin. Jin wanted to come down to my section, this person said, and the staff warned him that it might be dangerous. He said it's okay, 괜찮아, and did crowd control himself. He's so hot for this. He trusts and loves us so much. Remember that. Alright, so do we have a footage for that? Oh, the members were praising right Jin for being so experienced whenever he talks during the conversation. Yeah, so there was a security personnel who told him that he shouldn't do that. And right here he said, 괜찮아, 괜찮아. It's okay, don't worry. He was like, wow, 다르네. He's different. You are different. Meaning he's very experienced, all the ad-lib right here. And yeah, 괜찮아. Yeah. That is awesome. And yes, Seokjin's solo tour, Run Seokjin EP tour, was filled with such spontaneous moments like that. But then the members warned him or told him that he shouldn't do it. And then Seokjin himself realized that doing it during this world tour might be dangerous, even though he would love to do that. And I think that's what they were referring to just now.
네. 나도 그런 거 하고 싶었는데.
몇 달 사이 많이 달라졌더라고요.
Interesting.
그거 없겠지 했는데 좀 문화가 몇 달 사이 많이 달라졌더라고요.
별 그런 거 없겠지 했는데 I thought that it wouldn't be too big of an issue, but then a lot has changed in just a few months. Interesting. Okay, interesting.
진짜로? 나도 그런 거 하고 싶었는데. 뭐 어쨌든 안전한 게 최우선 아니겠습니까?
Yeah, but safety has to come first, right? Namjoon says, and Seokjin agrees.
근데 저 팬분들이 되게 질서정연하게 너무 이렇게 잘
사건 사고가 하나도 없어요 지금.
없어.
But fans are so orderly, Namjoon points out, and Seokjin agrees. Yes, everything goes so smoothly, not a single incident.
제가 봤는데
Taeyong says.
저도 막 나라 이런 데 가면은 항상 찾아본단 말이죠.
I was looking up. Whenever I go to a new place, new country, I always look things up.
뭐가 유명한지 여기는.
What is this place famous for?
엘파소는 뭐가 유명하고 템파는 뭐가 유명하고.
Like what's El Paso known for? What's Tampa known for?
찾아보는데 엘파소가 이제 높잖아요.
El Paso is elevated, right?
Paso.
여기가 1100m입니다. 고산지대.
The altitude-wise, like 1,100 meters, high altitude.
근데 그래가지고 뭔가 천문대 이런 거 있지 않을까?
천문대.
So I thought, wouldn't there be an observatory here?
그리피스 천문대 이런 거?
네.
Like
근데
Griffith Observatory?
찾아봤는데 진짜 있더라고요.
I looked it up and there was actually one.
근데 3시간 가야 돼요.
But it was 3 hours away.
나도 내가 가고 싶었던 데가 3시간 걸리더라고.
The place I wanted to go was also 3 hours away.
아 그래요?
근데 어디를 그렇게 가고 싶어?
근데 여기가
Where does everyone want to go?
다운타운이고 그러니까
But this is downtown.
우리 옛날에 그 뉴질랜드에서 별 봤잖아요.
나 그때 아파
Remember in New Zealand where we went to go stars?
했잖아. 부산병
근데
걸려가지고.
거기보다
Seokjin said that I was sick back then
조금
because of the high altitude. I got altitude sickness there.
더 지대요.
아 그래?
But this is even higher altitude here.
조금 더 별이 잘 보일 수도 있는 거죠.
야,
So you might actually see more stars.
목성 이런 것도 다 보여?
Can you even see Jupiter and stuff?
글쎄요.
은하수 많이 보이지 않을까요? 거의 보통.
Maybe the Milky Way will be really visible. By the way, like if you when you know it's the season to see Jupiter. Jupiter is actually very bright. I actually took astronomy class course at college, so Jupiter is quite visible if it's the right season. Anyways,
은하수.
거기부터 은하수 보러.
근데 여기 공기가 진짜 맑은 것 같긴 해요.
I think the air here is genuinely so clear.
맞아. 숨 쉬는데
약간 남들보다 더 우리가 빨리 공기를 마시는 것
먼저
같아요.
만든 거야.
It feels like we get to enjoy cleaner air faster than everyone else. Taeyong points out, probably because they are on the higher altitude,
아,
구름이 엄청 낮아.
and the clouds are really low.
그러니까 구름이 엄청 낮게 떠 있잖아요.
The clouds hang so low here
근데 지대가 높으니까.
because the elevation is so high.
근데 너네 프라이드 먹는다 하지 않았니?
저는 양념
너네 후라이드 먹는다 하지 않았냐? But didn't you guys say that you were getting the fried chicken without the sauce?
먹는다 했는데요. 혹시
Taeyong says that 양념 먹는다 했는데요. I said I wanted the sauced one.
양념
좀 반반했어요.
더 해도 돼요.
Taeyong, I guess there's a staff member inside the room. So he is asking somebody, can we maybe get just one more sauced order?
아, 이래서 항상 양념을 많이 시켜야 돼. 애들 항상 프라이드만 하면서 양념만 파상 다 먹다 보면은.
This is why we have to order more sauced chicken because even when everybody says that they're gonna have original, but the sauced chicken always runs out first.
난 양념밖에 안 먹는데 말이지.
I always go for the sauced chicken
양념밖에 안 먹어요.
나 양념밖에 안 먹어. 프라이드 먹으면 입천장 까져서 아파가지고 안 먹어.
because the original chicken without sauce scrapes the roof of my mouth and it hurts. So I don't eat it.
그래서 내가 튀김류를 그래서 잘 안 먹어.
That's why I generally don't eat fried things.
입천장 까지거든.
It scrapes the roof of your mouth.
눅눅해진 것들은 먹어.
형 입천장이
But I eat the ones that have gone a little soft.
좀 예민하구나.
많이
Hyung, I guess your palate is sensitive?
예민해.
I'm very sensitive.
나 좀 귀족 스타일이잖아.
그러니까 형 우리
난 귀족 스타일이잖아. I'm kind of the refined type, you know.
그냥 가장 뭔데요,
This is funny because 귀족 literally means like noble, nobility, or aristocrat in Korean. It's kind of a similar as when Seokjin refers to himself as worldwide handsome. So it's kind of a joke. And he himself thinks that was ridiculous. The fact that he said it himself. 남준 said, 형이 우리 중에 가장 형, you are the most noble out of all of us.
나 좀 귀족 스타일이잖아.
그러니까 형 우리 중에 가장
RM playing right along with him, continuing on that joke. Without changing his face.
뭔데요, 아저씨?
난 눅눅해진 걸 좋아해. 시리얼도 눅눅한 걸
그
좋아하고.
눅눅한
So I like things that have gone soft.
치킨의 맛이 있어요.
맞아, 맞아,
이틀
맞아.
정도 된 양념치킨.
돈가스는 어때요?
Like I even
걸
그
좋아하고.
눅눅한
like my cereal soggy.
치킨의 맛이 있어요.
And there's something about soggy things,
맞아, 맞아,
이틀
맞아.
정도 된 양념치킨.
돈가스는 어때요?
like sauced chicken that's like 2 days old. There's something about it that makes it better.
아, 나 돈가스 잘 못 먹어. 내가 튀김류를 잘 못 먹는 이유가
What about tonkatsu? Katsu? Taeyong asked, and Seokjin said, I'm not good at it, and the reason why I cannot eat fried things.
안 좋아하게 된 이유가 먹다 보면은 이게 다 입천장이랑 이런 게 다 까지잖아.
The reason I don't like fried food, the reason I stopped liking it is that when you eat it, it scrapes the roof of your mouth and everything.
그래서 나는 바삭한 튀김류 잘 안 좋아해.
So I just don't really like crispy fried things. All right. TMI from Seokjin.
야, 저 뒤에 그 사람 줄래?
Would you pass me
디스콜백.
a dish, a plate, paper plate?
디스콜백.
Thanks, bro.
이제부터 영어로 대화하는 거야?
디스콜백 스페니시야.
This cool pack is Spanish?
디스콜백은 뭔데?
괜찮아. 천만에.
괜찮아, you're welcome. Oh,
나 이주고
다이주부, which is Japanese.
에스파뇰.
Espanol is Spanish.
아니요.
스페인어.
스페인어. Do you speak Espanol?
에스파뇰.
반면서 낀 거 아니야?
응?
남주야 집은 거 먹어라 집은 거.
제가 다리를
집은 거 먹어라. 남준, you eat the piece you grabbed.
죄송한데 다리 찢어지는 건 좀 그 양심이
아니야
애방 거 같아.
너는 리더.
I grabbed a drumstick, but taking it again feels a bit, too much.
하고 멋있기 때문에
그래서
넌 다리 먹어도 돼.
석진, you're the leader and you're cool, so you're allowed to eat the drumstick.
지금
다리 먹어도 돼.
You can have it.
걱정하지 마. 다리는 널
Don't
위해
worry.
존재하는 거야.
The drumstick exists just for you.
아니 널 위해 존재하는 거니까 다리 먹어.
형 다리 다쳤으니까 다리부터 먹어요.
그래 너
다리 다쳤으니까 다리부터 먹어요. 형, eat the drumstick because, the reason why it sounds funny is that it kind of rhymes. 형, you hurt your leg, so eat the leg first.
다리 먹어.
하나 저 유아장 진짜 진짜
I already had one.
진짜
야나
For real.
손으로 잘 안 만지는데 너 때문에 방금 만졌어.
석진, I usually don't touch chicken with my hands, but because of you, I just did.
치킨은 손으로 먹어야지 제맛인데.
치킨은 손으로 먹어야지 제맛인데. Chicken only tastes right when you eat it with your hands, though.
너랑 나만 손을 먹는다.
Looks like only you and I are eating with our hands.
배부른데.
아 요즘에
나 배부른데. I'm already full.
진짜 먹방 영상 이런 거 안 하거든요.
먹방 영상 이런 거 안 보거든요. Lately, I generally don't watch 먹방 videos anymore
왜냐면 그걸로 다이어트 하는 사람들이 많이 본다길래.
너 다이어트 할 때 먹방
because I heard a lot of people watch them while dieting.
영상을 보면 더 먹고 싶은 거
그러니까
아니야?
더 먹고 싶어지잖아.
But if you watch mukbangs while dieting, doesn't that just make you want to eat more?
나 그게 궁금해.
난 먹방을 보는 사람들의 심리를 잘 모르겠어.
남준, I've always been curious about the psychology of people who watch mukbangs.
난 보려고 해봤는데
먹방
I've tried it once
어떤 재미로 보는 거야?
그냥 그걸 보면 더 먹고 싶어요 그냥.
저 진짜 더
because it just makes you want to eat more.
먹고 싶어졌거든요.
하다 그냥 시키게 되더라고요 그냥.
And I always end up ordering food.
근데 약간 그건 있어. 내가 원한 걸 딱 저렇게 찍어주네. 뭐 예를 들면은
예를 들면
But there's something to it. Like when they perfectly pick out the thing that I'm thinking. For example,
붕어빵을 먹는데 나 혼자 생각해 보면서 야
like when eating 붕어빵, the street food filled with red beans, sweet red beans.
우리부터 먹어야지. 하면은
And I'm thinking to myself, I would eat the tail first, like the tail part. Although, technically speaking, there's no difference whether you eat the head first or the tail first. But yeah, that's a very known debate topic, like which part you go for.
그거부터 먹어.
아 그거를 해주는 게 먹방의 포인트인 거야.
그냥
So the whole point of mukbang is talk about such things.
내가 생각한
근데
거를
머리부터 먹으면?
그러면 약간 그냥
But Namjoon says, oh, okay. So Taeyong likes mukbang YouTubers who go for the tail first. For example, when it comes to eating a 붕어빵. But then Namjoon asks, but what if they go for the head?
그 영상 끄는 것 같아요.
Then I just stop watching the video.
이 프라이드 치킨 먹는데 저 양념에 찍어야지 하면서 이렇게 해주면
그러니까 혼자의 약간 그런 혼자 막 문제를 내요. 막
셀프 리액션 같은 거.
So Seokjin goes, so for example, when eating fried chicken, you're thinking, dip it in the sauce. And if they do exactly that, then it becomes appealing. And Taeyong says that, yeah, I always prepare these mental challenges or mental quizzes
조건을 내놔.
or like conditions, placing conditions.
네. 그거를 맞추면은 난 그 영상 계속 보는 거고.
So if they match what I do, like the mukbang YouTubers, then I just keep watching. I love these random details that Taeyong talks about. And whenever Taeyong starts his sentence with "나 요즘에," like these days or lately I tend to pay attention. You know, for example, during the latest episode, Run BTS 2.0, Taeyong said that lately I've been thinking about what it is like to raise your arms while kneeling on the ground for an hour. Just a random thought. I'm always curious about what he thinks all the time.
저 방금 채팅에 보니까 무슨 라우더 된 밤 이거 얘기하는데
I just saw in the chat people are talking about louder than bombs.
저희가 앵콜 이거 하잖아요. 오늘은
You know how we do an encore?
온이랑 뭐가 나오지? 아 윙즈.
Today it was On and Wings.
민주야, 주야 너무 좋았어요. 형 거.
Both were so good.
근데 진짜 저희도 뭐가 나오는지 몰라요.
But honestly, even we don't know what's going to come up.
그쵸.
다 랜덤.
근데 뭐가 나오는지 좀 알아야
It's so random.
될 것 같아.
And 태영 goes, 뭐가 나오는지 좀 알아야 될 것 같아. But at least I feel like we should know what is going to come up.
왜? 몰라요 잠시만.
우리 숙지라도 좀 하게.
숙지라도 좀 하게, so that we can be at least be aware.
숙제?
숙지.
아 숙지.
Be aware.
숙지를 못하는 그 맛 아니에요?
But isn't the not knowing kind of the charm though?
윙즈는 진짜 충격적이긴 하더라.
민주 너무 좋더라. 본명이 들으니까.
뭐가 what?
윙즈는 진짜 충격적이긴 하더라.
Oh, the wings. The outro wings was genuinely shocking when it came up.
민주 너무 좋더라.
Yeah, it was so good.
저 호비 노래잖아요 그거.
It was HYBE's song.
아, 손으로.
Interesting. So they really have no idea what's going to come up. But every single time during the encore, the surprise song sections, Jimin and Taehyung, sometimes Jungkook, were dancing the main choreography. So they seriously, genuinely remember the choreography, which makes it even more incredible if they truly don't know what is going to come up. Wow. Impressive.
먹어야겠다 지금 불편해.
그죠?
아, 이거 손으로 먹어야겠다 지금 불편해.
I'm just gonna eat with my hands. This is too uncomfortable, Jin says.
그죠?
카메라 앞에서 이미지 좀 챙길라 했는데
저 그냥 바로 그냥
카메라 앞에 이미지 좀 챙기려 했는데 I was trying to maintain my image in front of the camera,
바로 버려버렸어요.
아니, 또 이렇게
but Namjoon goes, I just dropped it immediately.
카메라 앞에서 좀 이렇게 이런 프레한 모습 보이고 싶지 않아가지고
I didn't want to look messy on camera,
나 손으로 안 집는데.
포크로 이렇게 먹으려 했는데 와 도저히 안 되겠다 너무 불편하다.
so I was trying to eat it with a fork like this, but wow, it's just not possible.
해봐요. 다시 다 먹어요.
나 프렌치 잘 안 먹어.
Finish yours. I'm already full,
저까지.
but I don't really eat original.
그치. 그거까지 진짜 거져요.
그건 진짜. 근데 이렇게
You said it scrapes the roof of your mouth, right? That's good.
느껴진 거는
아 맞지?
저 그럼
안 까져.
양념 치킨 소스 좀.
너다 먹어.
야 태영아 너 다리 먹어라. 다리 찍어 먹어.
너
So
다리 먹어라.
Namjoon goes, Taeyong, you eat the drumstick with the sauce.
너 다리 먹어.
너 다리 먹어.
진아 무 먹어라.
Why is he all of a sudden using the non-respectful tone as if these youngs are his friends?
또
너 다리 먹어라.
No 다리 먹어라. You eat the drumstick.
너 다리 먹어.
너 다리 먹어.
What?
진아 무 먹어라.
진아, 무 먹어라. Jin, go eat radish.
무
The pickle.
무가 몸에 좋아.
아 무.
The radish pickle is good for you. Good for your health.
네. 라이브를 하면 원래 뭘 했더라? 그냥
What did we used to do when we turn on a live stream usually?
이런 거지.
It was like this, right?
저는 나 올해 첫 라이브야.
저는 라이브를 하면은
This is the first live stream this year?
그냥 이런 거지. 너무 웃기죠. 나 올해 첫 라이브야.
저는 라이브를 하면은 뭘 안 해요.
뭐 해?
When I do a live stream, I don't really do much.
안 해요.
I just don't do stuff.
그지?
네.
그래.
진짜 뭐 안 해요 전.
이게 맛이고.
That's the charm.
전 말도 잘 안 해요.
I don't talk
이거
either.
맛이 안 하더라.
Yeah, I saw that.
아유,
원래 거북하나 근데 너.
아니 그게
You're
아니라
naturally quiet.
혼잣말을 왜 그렇게 어떻게 많이 그렇게 해요?
It's not even that. Like, how do you talk to yourself so much though?
형도 잘 안 하시잖아요.
Hyung, you don't really do much either.
프로 방송인이라 다 하지.
와.
I do stuff like that because I'm a professional broadcaster.
프로 방송이라서 옆에 그 별도 붙인 거예요?
I guess since you are a professional broadcaster, that's why you have the star badge.
별에는 또 이유가 있어요.
뭐예요?
There's a reason for that.
예.
제가 올라가기 전에 게임을 했잖아요.
Before I went up to the stage, I played games.
보스를 이겼다면서요?
네, 그 보스가 별이 2개짜리
I heard you beat a boss,
보스였어요.
and that boss was a 2-star boss.
몇 성까지인데요?
태영, wide-eyed.
사실 별은 없는데 제 나름 기준을 2개로 붙였어요. 3개가
How many stars go up to? But Jin says that there aren't actually star ratings, but I assigned them myself.
제일 어려운 거고
3 stars is the hardest.
2개다.
2개가 적당히 어려운 거고
2 is moderately hard.
하나는 뭐 그냥저냥 어려운 거고 나머지는 별로 취급도 안 하는 보스인데
1 is just kind of hard, and anything below that I don't even consider a proper boss.
오케이.
굉장히 어려운 보스였어요.
But this one was a genuinely difficult boss.
2시간 동안 트라이를 하면서
2 hours of attempts.
2시간 동안 겨우 이렇게 죽고 살고 해가지고 겨우 잡았어요. 그러니까
2 hours of dying and surviving, and I finally got it.
너무 기분 좋은 상태로 무대에 올라갈 수 있게 된 거지.
So I got to go on stage in the best possible mood.
아니 나는 그 형 하는 거 보면서 나는 엄두가 안 나더라 그냥 너무 어려워 보여서.
Did Jin just make up that story on the spot? I mean, we like no matter how much I zoom, I cannot really see the star stickers or whatever that Taeyang was talking about. Anyways, Namjoon says, watching Hyung play, I just couldn't even imagine attempting it myself because it looks so hard.
어떻게 깨요? 대단하다 진짜.
How do you even beat it? It's incredible.
맛에 하는 거예요. 오늘 그 공연이 살짝 딜레이가 좀 있었잖아요.
Today's concert, there was a slight delay, right?
오늘 좀 있었죠.
관객분들 입장이 좀 많이 늦어져가지고
거가 좀
Yeah, because the audience entry was delayed quite a lot
빨리
because there weren't enough gates.
걸어야지.
그래서 게임을 입장이 좀 많이 늦어져가지고
거가 적어서
빨리 걸어야지.
그래서 게임을 이렇게 했다가
I see. So I guess that was true. During my previous video, I pulled up this list of the issues that occurred during the concert, and the list said, where is it? The entry, the delay. Sorry. Show delayed by 50 minutes because armies were still lining up to get inside. And there were very little entrance gates. So there were 15 minutes delay.
내려놔서 다시 준비했다가
빨리 걸어야지.
그래서 게임을 이렇게 했다가 내려놔
By the way, Taeyong said, 빨리 걸어야지. You're supposed to walk quicker. But I think that was just a random comment because the issue was not because of armies walking slow, but because of the a technical or logistic issues with the concert venue having too few gates. And Jin says,
다시 준비했다가 다시 게임을 했다가 다시 준비를 했다가 저희도 번복을 한 4번인가 5번을 했잖아요.
그렇죠.
so he was like, I got time to play more, so I pick up the game, then put it down to get ready, then pick it up again, then get ready again. We went back and forth like 4 or 5 times.
거의 번복 TS였죠.
근데 진짜 마지막 타임에 딱 이걸 깬 거예요.
But literally at the very last window, I beat it.
와 기분이 너무 좋은 상태로 무대로 올라와가지고
So I came on stage in the best mood.
플리가 때 시종이가 웃고 있었구나.
That's why, Hyung, you were smiling the whole time during Hooligan, which is the first song during the concert.
그때 누구랑 눈 마주쳐서 웃은 건데.
Actually, it was actually that I made eye contact with someone and I laughed.
웃고 있더라고요. 아, 저 기분 진짜 형 기분 째지나 보다.
아니
Yeah, Hyung, you were smiling the whole time, so it made me think, oh, Hyung must be in such a great mood.
그건 좀 별개였어요.
Actually, that was kind of separate.
무대에서 눈 마주치면 왜 이렇게 웃기지?
Why is it so funny making eye contact on stage?
우리 맨날 수입 때 눈 마주치잖아.
We always make eye contact during swim.
저는 그
태영이 파트 들어가기 그 엔딩 파트 들어가기 직전에
수영 때랑
Right before Taehyung's part, right before the ending part,
그
마이크 드롭.
마이크 드롭.
and also mic drop
다음에 다이너마이트.
and dynamites.
다이너마이트
형 오늘 안 맞춰서 나도.
언제?
Hyung, you didn't sync up today or have eye contact with me today
이거 shining to the theater 이거.
during that part.
그 남준이랑 자주 마주치는 것 같고 지민이랑 마주치고
Yeah, I often make eye contact with Namjoon and with Jimin too.
태영이랑은 그 데이런너로 봤을 때
With
그때
Taeyong,
내가
during They Don't Know About Us,
우리 뒤돌아야 되는데 뒤 안 돌고
when we are supposed to turn around but we don't turn
그 초반에
right at the beginning.
그 정국이 파트하고 뒤로 돌잖아요.
After Jungkook's part, like everyone turns around,
일자로 서서
like lining up in a straight line,
항상 그때 진영이 뒤로 안 돌고
and Jin Hyung always doesn't turn around,
맨날 맨날 날마다 하는 제스처가 다 다르거든요.
and he makes different gestures each time.
맞아요.
그냥 이렇게 눈 마주친 다음에 하기도 하고
And Jin does that when he makes eye contact with Taeyong.
이런 거 하기도 하고
Or maybe he does that with the audience.
날마다 달라져요.
좀 맛이야.
But anyways, the gesture becomes different every day.
눈이 마주칠 수밖에 없어요. 얘가 뒤를 돌아야 되니까.
And because Taeyong's supposed to be turning around, I cannot help but lock eyes.
정겹네요.
정겹네요.
그
It's
순간들이
very heartwarming.
그 투어할 때 되게 재밌는 것 같아요. 공연할 때.
And those little moments, that's what makes touring so fun.
아 오늘 너무 좋았어요. 오늘 너무 날씨가 쾌적해서.
It was a great show. Today was really good. The weather was just so comfortable.
아니 해외 나와서 더 느끼는데 약간 미세먼지가 없는 게 진짜 큰 것 같아요.
Being abroad makes you feel it more. The absence of fine dust is genuinely huge. Yeah, fine dust, 미세먼지 is like a social issue, environmental issue in Korea, like fine dust, which is really harmful for your health. And I personally check fine dust level every day because it gets bad on bad days. Anyways, so that's what Namjoon is talking about. How when he tours, other countries don't have that issue.
날씨가 너무 좋아요.
The weather was perfect,
차광이 너무 투명해서.
sunlight and everything.
근데 요새 미국이 좀 축제 기간인가 봐요.
But lately in America, it seems like it's a festival season.
아.
미국 그 날씨랑 이런 건 되게 좋은데
Like the weather and everything in America is great.
우리가 공연하기 전날에 맨날 막 깽가리 막 두드리면서 깽가리는 아니지만
But the night before every show, there's always like banging. Not really a gong, but maybe people. Are there like demonstrations happening?
내가 봤을 때 저희가 그런 데만 찾아야 되는 것 같아요.
그런가?
From what I can tell, we just keep finding places with such things going on.
템파에서는 치어리더 대회가 있었죠.
In Tampa, there was a cheerleading competition.
치어리더 대회가 있었거든요. 몰랐죠.
아 그래서 시끄러웠던 거야.
템파에서 치어리
That was why it was so loud.
그
치어리더
애기들
전국 대회 이런 게 있었고.
Like national champions for kids.
그다음 또뭐 있었는데 템파에서도.
And something else was going on in Tampa.
지금 약간 컨트리 공연? 심지어 내일도 한대요. 참가하세요.
And there seems to be a country music concert, and apparently there's one tomorrow too, for reference.
아니 아침 7시부터 두드리더라고.
They started playing at 7 in the morning,
아니 6시 반.
갑자기
like
어떤
8:30 in the morning.
누님께서 갑자기 랩을 막 그렇게 하셨다고 그러는데.
Apparently, there was some lady out there who was suddenly rapping.
아 장난 아니었어.
It was no joke.
내가 그래서 꿈 꿨잖아.
And I even had a dream.
고마한테 뜯어 먹히는 거.
맞아.
The dream where Seokjin was being eaten alive by a bear.
형 그거 게임에서 그래요. 플스.
That's because you've been playing games too much, like PlayStation.
플스는 몸이 안 나와.
PlayStation doesn't have bears.
게임은.
The game I'm playing right
내
now.
몸을 먹고 있었고 난 그걸 지켜보고 있었어.
A bear was eating my body, and I was just watching it happen.
근데 저 화질 우리 저렇게 나온 거 계속?
설마.
그래요?
By the way, the video quality. Do we keep sharing? Do you keep appearing like that? They're looking at the laptop, and right now the video quality wasn't bad, but maybe what they see on the screen is worse than what we see here.
아니래요.
이게 와이파이를 잘 안 먹는 것 같아.
I think the Wi-Fi connection here is pretty weak with that laptop.
여기 가서 꿈꾼 거 없니?
Taeyong, have you had any dreams here lately?
꿈이요?
되게 잘 자.
You sleep so well?
꿈 꿨는데
I had a dream.
그 너무 TMI인데?
It's a bit too TMI.
아는 진짜 거짓말 안 하고
I'm not even lying.
아는 셰프님
A chef I know.
나온 거예요 꿈에.
He,
아는 형님 말.
chef appeared in my dream.
같이 여행 가서
어.
그 바베큐
소장님. 어.
The barbecue chef,
나온 거예요.
유명한 데 나오신 분.
근데
the head chef.
저도 살면서 처음 제 꿈에 나왔거든요 그분이.
He appeared in my dream for the first time.
뭐 그렇게 꿈에 막 나오실 일은 별로 없을 것 같긴 하다.
근데 꿈에 나와서
Yeah, they're not the kind of person who would usually show up in a dream.
형님에서 너무 재밌게 봤네.
그거랑
So I guess I think I know who he's talking about. He appeared in the Culinary Chef. Namjoon said. 흑백 요리사, the Netflix series.
그 밍글스 셰프님,
강민구 셰프.
민구 셰프님 두 분이랑 저랑 같이 해외에서
And there was another chef.
같이 바비큐 먹는.
되게 TMI.
Oh, okay. I guess that chef, and he had a barbecue abroad in his dream.
그게
뭔가 그 뒤로 뭔가 벌어질 줄
나
알았는데
갑자기 서로 막 갑자기 인기토를
나도
야채를 막
갑자기 두 분이서 싸우시는 걸 태영이가 봤나 이제.
오징어 게임 그 마지막 장면처럼.
그저
I'm kind of confused. All right, so apparently there were two chefs who appeared in his dream. And based on the way he was telling the story, Namjoon and Seokjin expected that the two chefs had like a fight or culinary battle in his dream, but they simply had a barbecue. So it was like anticlimactic.
저랑 그 두 분과 이제 같이 막 진짜 하하호호 하면서
난 꿈에서 항상 뭔 사건이
So he just barbecued with them in a happy mood
일어나가지고
in his dream.
평화롭고 건전하고 좋은데.
그래서
So Namjoon says, yeah, Taeyong's dream was very peaceful and healthy. And Seokjin says, in my dream, something always happens. Some like dramatic things happen.
난 이런 꿈 꾼 적이 거의 없어.
그래서 제가
I have, I rarely dream something like this.
일어나서 문자 드렸어요. 꿈에 나왔다고.
So I woke up and then I messaged the chef that he appeared in my dream.
뭐라죠?
That's very sweet.
얼른 팔지 하면서 그 민구
Namjoon asked, so what did he tell you in response? And he said that you should meet up soon.
셰프님은 제가 번호가 없어가지고 못 들었는데.
Another chef that he appeared in his dream, he doesn't have his numbers, so he couldn't text him.
여기서 샤라웃
샤라투
민구 씨.
진짜로.
민구 셰프님.
Mingu chef. Okay. Shout out to Mingu chef.
좋은데?
너무 팀아이죠?
좋은데? 그래도
TMI.
아미분들은 그런 걸 궁금해하실 거야.
그렇지.
Yeah, armies always want to know this kind of stuff.
우리가 무슨 꿈을 꾸고 넌 꿈 꾸는 거 없니?
What kind of dream we have. Have you been dreaming, Namjoon?
저는 아무래도
요새 잘 못 잤으니까.
Okay, Namjoon still has some sleeping issues. He says he hasn't been sleeping well lately.
이틀 연속으로 한 2-3시간밖에 못 자서
2 nights in a row, only about 2 or 3 hours of sleep.
오늘 잘 잘 거예요.
I'm gonna sleep well tonight though.
이제 스택을 쌓았기 때문에.
요즘에 그런 거 없어요?
Like I built up the sleep debt. 스택을 쌓았기 때문에.
요즘에 꿈을 꾸면은 그 며칠 전에 있었던 일을 다시
대자뷰처럼.
데자뷰처럼. 근데 내가
When I do dream these days, it's like events from a few days ago just replaying, like deja vu.
거기서 행동을 다르게도 못해요.
고정돼 있는 것처럼.
약간 게임
But I cannot even act differently, like a bystander.
스토리 보는 그런 느낌인 거.
약간 그
It's as if you are watching a game story then.
내가 NPC 마냥
이회창이구나.
근데 원래 꿈에서
Like I'm an NPC, like a bystander game character.
너의 의지로 되는 게 없지 않아?
But usually in dreams, you cannot control what you do, right?
루시드 드림 이런 거
그냥
아니야?
루시드
Unless it's lucid dreaming.
드림을 나도 그 정말 연구를 많이 했는데
I actually have researched lucid dreaming a lot. By the way, lucid dreaming is where you are conscious that you are dreaming and you can do whatever you want in your dream. Kind of like what is like in Inception, the film Inception by Christopher Nolan.
진짜
그랬어.
왜냐면은
연구한다고 되냐?
연구한다고 되냐? Does it work if you research? Actually, yeah, lucid dreaming, some people are really good at it and they can choose to have lucid dreaming and they can do it every night. I know some people who do that. But
이게
정국이 성공했었대.
Jungkook has succeeded before.
정말 성공 못했어요.
Actually, he never succeeded.
네. 루시드 드림이
자각몽이잖아.
네, 그러니까 내가 꿈을 꾸고 있으면 내가 그거를
알아차리는
거잖아요.
Okay, he's explaining. It's a conscious dream. While I'm dreaming,
근데 항상 자기 전에
I have to trigger the awareness. But before going to sleep,
이걸 해봐요.
try doing that.
뭔데 이게?
그러니까 이게
그 영화 그것처럼 이 팽이 그것처럼 인셉션처럼 그런 거구나.
네, 그러니까
And Seokjin is talking about Inception here.
꿈에서만큼 이게 되면은 반성공이에요.
So in the dream, if this thing works, then you are already halfway there.
이게 뭔데?
꿈에서는 이렇게 하면은 이게 이렇게까지 넘어와요.
Because in a dream, if you do this, it flops over like this.
아 그래요?
원래 이렇게 되는 사람 고무고무 루피 같은 애들 어떡해?
Seokjin says, what if someone who can naturally do that, like this character from One Piece, whose entire body is like rubber and is super flexible. That's so Seokjin's way of asking.
맛있게 된 거죠 그 사람은.
그 사람 원래 이렇게 되는 사람 고무고무 루피 같은 애들 어떡해?
맛있게 된 거죠 그 사람은.
쉽게 되는 거죠. For someone like that, they cannot manage lucid dream.
그 사람은 루시드 되는 거다.
이게 1차 뭐 그거래요.
So that's a phase 1.
2차에서는 내가 이제 계속
Phase 2,
주먹으로 얼굴을 때린다든지.
아니요.
you punch yourself in your face.
그러니까 한번 내가 이걸 자각했으니까
No,
여기
no.
걸어보고
So once you are aware of the fact that you dream, you try walking around,
한번 날아보고
try
이런
flying,
것들을 이제
things
아
like
근데 그냥
that.
그 의지가 계획이 되는 게 나 신기한데. 꿈에서
But the idea of willpower actually entering a dream is fascinating to me.
아난 날고 싶다 하면 꿈은 원래 그냥 항상 보는 거 아니야 이렇게 영화만.
Like if I think I want to fly in a dream, dreams are usually something you just watch, like a movie, no?
그래? 난 항상 내가 1인칭 주인공 시점이야.
1인칭
For
주인공이긴
me, I'm always the first person protagonist in a dream.
한데 그게 제가 제 의지대로 움직인다고 판단이 안 들지 않아요?
Yeah, I am the lead, Namjoon points out, but I don't get the sense that I am moving by my own will.
난 거의 대부분
아 그래?
난 항상
For
무슨
me, most of the time, I do feel that way, Seokjin says.
꿈 꾸면은
그냥 뭔가 흘러가는 느낌.
태양처럼 이런 느낌이라기보다는 항상 뭔가 사건이 벌어져. 나
When I dream, it's more like something is always just unfolding, not like Taehyung's version.
사건 항상 벌어져.
꿈을 잘 안 꾸거든.
I actually don't dream often,
근데 최근 들어 몇 번 꾸는 것 같아.
but lately I've had a few.
근데 나는 꿈을 꾸면은 항상 이야기의 하나가 계속 이어진다는 느낌을 받기는.
But when I do dream, I always feel like it's one continuous story.
중간에 깨서 다시 잘 때도 같은 꿈 연결된 적 많아요?
그럴 땐
Even if I wake up in the middle, when I go back to sleep, it's connected to the same dream a lot. Does it happen to you often? It happens sometimes,
이걸 진짜 좋아해.
근데 자주는 안 그러는 것 같아.
but not very often for me. Nam just says.
근데 나는 깼다가 다른 꿈 꾸면은 그거 진짜 너무 힘들어요. 그래서
But when I wake up and fall into a completely different dream, it's so exhausting for me.
나는 한 꿈을 계속 이어서 꾸는 걸 좋아해.
So that's why I like when one dream just continues. Interesting. This is a very fascinating conversation that I did not expect these guys to talk about after a concert.
여기까지.
취향이 또 그렇게 또 태영의 새로운 취향을 나무위키에 등록해 주시면 감사하겠습니다.
Okay, another new Taehyung's preference revealed. Please go add it to his Namu Wiki page.
최근 루시드 드림 내가 아는 루시드는 메이플 스토리 볼 수밖에 없는데.
아니 저는 루시드 드림 그게 막
Something about the only lucid dream I know is from Maple Story, the game that Seokjin plays.
진짜 성공을 할 수가 있는 거구나. 얼마나
I guess lucid dreaming is something you can actually successfully do.
재밌을까? 그러면
후기 같은 거 찾아가면 좀
있어.
가능한.
실사판 레디 플레이어 원 찍는 거잖아.
근데 그런
얼마나 재밌을까? 그러면
후기 같은 거 찾아가면 좀 가능한.
실사판 레디 플레이어 원 찍는 거잖아.
근데
It's like the Ready Player One reality version. Ready Player One. That's a film that came out a few years ago. I actually enjoyed that movie. Oh, back in 2018. Yeah, Ready Player One, which is like VR related movie.
그러면은
얼마나 재밌을까? 그러면
후기 같은 거 찾아가면 좀 가능한.
실사판 레디 플레이어 원 찍는 거잖아.
근데 그러면은 이 나중에 하다 보면 현실이랑 꿈이랑 구별을 못 할 수도 있지 않을까?
But eventually, you might not be able to tell reality from the dream later.
이렇게 했는데 어느 날 다 왔어. 근데 사실 그게 현실이었던 거야.
You did all of this, and one day, your finger touches your arm, so it turns out it was real all along.
내가 막 이렇게 널 때렸어. 근데 꿈인 줄 알았는데 그게
And what if I hit you in the face, but then I thought it was a dream, but what if it's actually the reality?
현실인 거야. 그럼 감옥 가는 거잖아.
Then you go to jail.
아니 그러니까 그게 인셉션처럼 내가 지금 현실인지 꿈인지 자각할 수 있게끔 하는 그
매체가 있어?
아니요 그 매체라기보다
So like in Inception, the film, there's a medium that lets you know whether you are in reality or a dream.
매체가
그 공부 그 연구법이 있대요.
트리거가
It's not really a medium, but there's a research method. There seems to be like a trigger.
있나 보네 이런 것처럼 약간 그 공식이 있나 보네.
네 맞아요.
Like a
그거를
formula.
내가 꿈이라는 거를 그러니까 거기까지 가는 사람들은
근데 막 그런 거 있잖아.
여기는 꿈이다라는
막
거를
내가
So the idea of recognizing that you are in a dream, that's important.
꿈이다. 이거 꿈이다라고 알아채면 사람들이 다 쳐다보는 거 인셉션처럼.
그거 인터넷
But in Inception, there's a thing where you realize that this is a dream, and then everyone around you suddenly all stares at you.
에 나오는 가짜 후기 아니야?
괴담이에요?
But aren't those like fake reviews you see online?
대담 아닐까?
나는
Maybe urban legend, like creepypasta.
막 내가 이거 꿈인가 봐 하면 갑자기 사람들이 막 다 쳐다보고 막 이거
그러니까
있잖아.
꿈에는 별의별 내용들이 다 있으니까 그것도 꿈 내용 중에 그냥 내용 중에 하나였던 거지.
그 인셉션에 그
I have no idea why they're talking about this. And Nam just says, all right, so when I think, oh, this might be a dream, and suddenly everyone just turns and stares. But Seokjin points out that, in dreams, all kinds of things happen. So the staring scene might be,
내용들이 다 있으니까 그것도 꿈 내용 중에 그냥 내용 중에 하나였던 거지.
maybe it's just part of dreams.
인셉션에 그게 나오죠.
네,
사람들
맞아요.
쳐다보는 거.
That particular scene actually happens in Inception, right? The film?
사실 인셉션보다 잠들어가지고 나 인셉션 잘 몰라.
I actually almost fell asleep during Inception, so I don't really know what it's about.
인셉션을 보면서 인셉션을 했구나.
So you did Inception while watching Inception.
아쉽네.
제대로 잠들었어.
Oh, 제대로 잠들었어. I properly fell asleep. So he actually fell asleep while watching the movie.
거기 걔 잘생겼잖아요. 레빗
막 건물들 무너지고 막 뛰어가.
Okay, Levitt.
막 건물
Inception actor. There's Joseph Gordon-Levitt is handsome. Taeyong says.
무너지고 막 뛰어가고
나도
코인
그거 알아.
돌리고 막 그.
나 팽이 도는 거랑
So I only remember the coin, the penny, the top spinning, and buildings falling.
이 건물도 이거 하는 거밖에 몰라.
나 한 번 다시 봐야겠다.
I should rewatch it.
인셉션 재밌죠.
그때 되게
Inception is really fun.
피곤했을 때여가지고
I was really exhausted back then.
난 옛날에 그 어벤져스 이런 거 보면서도 잠들었었어.
I even fell asleep watching Avengers.
게임은 좀 길긴 했어요.
But Endgames was a bit long.
그 전 거였어. 2였나?
그게 아마 그 팽이 돌리고 팽이가 안 멈추면 그거
꿈이잖아.
맞아.
그게
So the spinning top, all right, for those of you who have no idea what they're talking about. Inception, spinning top. This was the technique for the character that DiCaprio played for him to figure out whether he's dreaming or not. The Taeyong says that the spinning top, if the top doesn't stop, that means you are in a dream.
그게 루시드 드림 비슷한 그건 것 같아요.
이런 거.
So that's like a lucid dreaming, a similar kind of trigger.
뺨 때려보고 이런 거 있잖아. 자기 뺨 때려보고.
근데 그거 사실 그거는 아이콘도 없어.
What about like pinching yourself or slapping your cheek?
평상시에도 때리니까 이제 지금 때려도 안 아픈 거 아니야?
아픈데.
Maybe you hit in real life, hit yourself all the time. So maybe even if you hit yourself, it doesn't hurt anymore. But then Namjoon says after slapping himself, it hurts though.
떨어지는 듯한 꿈은
키 크는 거다.
근데 그거는 맨날
Again, I'm very confused why these guys are talking about this topic during the Weverse live stream. I love it. It's very chaotic. Taeyong says, what about the dream of falling? And then Namjoon says,
근데 떨어지는 듯한 꿈은
키 크는 거다.
키 크는 거다. That means that you are getting taller. Yeah, there's a urban legend myth. I don't know if there's any science to it that, especially when you're kids, if you dream about falling, like whether from a cliff or from a building or something, that means that you are getting taller.
근데 그거는 맨날 그건 자주 꾸는 꿈이지 않아?
근데
But don't you dream about falling all the time?
그래서 떨어지는 꿈.
근데
그래?
네.
나-
그래서 떨어지는 꿈은 아니 계단 올라가다가 약간 그 얕은 숲에 헛집혀서 내가 내 발로 이렇게 할 때 있잖아요.
Like falling from somewhere or going upstairs and then a slip in a shallow step?
알지?
그런 거
You know that
보통
feeling?
학교에서 잘 때 꾸는 꿈 아니냐?
Isn't that usually the dream you have when you fall asleep in school?
저는 가끔 있어요.
학교에서
That happens to me
잘
sometimes.
때 이렇게 팍 치면서
Dozing off in school and then suddenly jolting awake.
아니 꿈이구나 이러고.
나는 꿈 1년에 한 4-5번 꾸는 거 같은데
저는 잘안 꾸고.
I dream maybe about 4 or 5 times a year. Oh, wow. Only 5 times a year for Seokjin?
여기 와가지고 한 3번인가 꿨어.
But since coming here, I've had maybe 3 already.
그 게임에서 그래.
나는 1년?
Namjoon, for the second time, says, that's because, Hyung, you've been playing games.
그래도 200번은 꾸는 것 같아.
아 그래?
I dream at least 200 times a year.
나는 꿈 자체를
태양
되게 잘 안 꾸고 되게 잘 자거든요.
근데 사실 꿈을
I rarely dream and I sleep very well.
우리가 꿨는데 기억을 못 하는 걸 수도 있어요.
But actually, we might be dreaming all the time and just not remembering. And yeah, I've heard that. Like I heard that that's like a scientific research that your brain dreams all the time, but we just don't remember.
너무 그
바보라서?
아니
석진, 바보라서 because we are stupid, because we're fools.
그렇다기보다는
근데 그게
약간 꾸긴 꿨는데 원래 보통 꿈 꾸다가 깨도 그 뒤쪽밖에 생각 안 나잖아.
Like for example, not because we're dumb, but even if you have a long dream, when you wake up, you usually only remember the very end, right?
그런 것처럼
Kind of like that.
우리가 금방 잊어버리는 걸 수도 있어.
형이
We
꿈을
might just forget quickly.
안 꾸는 거는 되게 좋은 거예요.
Hyung not dreaming is actually a good thing
잘
왜냐면
자니까
그 딥슬립이고
because it means that you are having deep sleep.
그게 제가 지금 맨날 꿈을 꾸는 게 렘
렘
수면이잖아요. 그게
So what I have right now, always dreaming, is REM sleep. All right, they're going very scientific now. Rapid eye movement sleep is a unique active sleep stage characterized by vivid dreaming, high brain activity, and temporary muscle paralysis.
렘이 래퍼드 아이 무브먼트라고
Okay, Taeyong actually provided that detail. Rapid eye movement for REM.
별걸 잘하는
눈 감고 계속 내가 눈이 계속 왔다 갔다 움직이는 거를 렘 수면이라고 하는데
So it's like eyes closed and your eyes keep moving back and forth. That's called REM sleep.
요새
그거는 깊게 안 자고
너 이제 진짜 제대로 명석해졌구나.
안돼.
와, 너 요새
그거는 깊게
너 요새 되게 명석해졌다. You have been getting really intelligent nowadays. Getting really sharp.
안 자고
너 이제 진짜 제대로 명석해졌구나.
You have gotten really sharp lately, Taeyong. Seokjin said.
좋아하니까
래피드 아이 모험만.
깊게 안 자고
너 이제 진짜 제대로 명석해졌구나.
꿈을 진짜 좋아하니까
난 진짜 꿈을 좋아하니까. It's because I really love dreams.
래피드 아이 모험먼트. 빠른
내 눈이 계속 이렇게 왔다 갔다 하는 거예요.
So my eyes just keep going like that.
그러면 사람이 그렇게 눈알이 빠르게 돌아간다는 게 신기하지 않냐?
But isn't it strange that, or fascinating that when people sleep, their eyes move that quickly?
평소에 사실 그럴 리 없어.
Because that doesn't happen normally.
그래서 그 잠 빨리 들게 하는 방법도 눈을 감고
빠르게 돌려?
아니요 눈을 위로 갔다가 옆으로 갔다가 밑으로 갔다가 왼쪽으로 갔다가 그리고 한 바퀴 돌았다가 이거를
So there's a method to fall asleep faster. Like close your eyes and not rotate them quickly, but move them up, then sideways, then down, then left, and then a full rotation.
그래서 왔다리 갔다리 하면은 바로 잡는데요.
And if you keep going back and forth like this, you'll fall asleep immediately.
그래?
Apparently.
그것도 있어.
난 잠들기 전에 맨
And yeah, I had interest in like the sleeping techniques as well. So I know exactly what Taeyong was talking about. Although this technique doesn't work for everybody. Anyways, yeah, but I know what Taeyong was talking about.
맨날 무슨 상상 같은 거 하고 자는데 내가 하늘을 날면
근데 그게 실제로 도움이
For Seokjin, I said, before I sleep, I always do some kind of imagination thing, like I'm flying through the sky.
많이 된대요. 잠 드는데.
아 그래?
Apparently, that actually helps a lot with falling asleep, RM said.
현실과 전혀 동떨어진 단어를 생각하거나 그 그림을 상상하는 게
Like, thinking about words or scenes that are completely disconnected from reality.
그런 게 도움이 돼?
뭐?
That helps.
해봐야겠다.
어떤 거?
I should try that tonight.
아니 그러니까 잠 들 때 빨리 들게 하는데 도움이 되는 게 현실과 되게 동떨어진 왜냐면 현실에 있는 생각을 하면 오히려 아까 그 깼던 보스를 뭐 어떻게 내가 했어야 되는데 이런 생각을 하거나
그렇게
아니면
하면 안 돼요?
아까 공연 때 뭐 이렇게 하지 말걸 내일은 어떻게 하겠다 이런 생각보다 약간
So Taeyong asked what he was talking about, and RM said that in reality we think about realistic thing all the time. Things like, for example, if you think about real things like how you should have handled that boss, or at the concert today, I wish I hadn't done that, or tomorrow I'll do this differently. Those thoughts keep you up.
그냥 막 내가 뭐
게임
이렇게
캐릭터가
해서
된다면?
뭐 하늘을 날았는데 거기서 뭐 갑자기 새가 날아가서 부딪혀가지고
But instead, if you just become like think about being a character, just flying around, and suddenly you become a bird, or a bird comes and crashes into you, those imaginations.
인사하고 막 이런
나
상상하는
맨날 그런 상상만 해.
그러니까 그게 되게 좋아.
아 그래서
So having that kind of imagination before sleep helps you fall asleep.
수면을 안 하는구나 내가.
Oh, so that's why I don't get REM sleep, Seokjin said.
그게 되게 화내는 거야.
저는 램수면 진짜 아니에요.
But I get to that REM state very often.
그래? 너 그런 상상 안 해?
Is that because you don't think about those imaginations?
Actually, I movement.
전 모르겠어요. 저는 그냥 잡생각도 많고.
I don't know. I have a lot of random thoughts.
그래? 나는 잠들기 전에 현실 생각을 한 적이 거의 없는 것 같아.
I don't think I've ever thought about real things right before sleeping. Interesting. That's actually very healthy because for some people, right before you fall asleep, just like RM described, they replay regrets again and again, like what I should have done earlier today, or what I shouldn't have done today, and that keeps you up night. That keeps you up all night. Maybe RM described that very well because that's the sort of things that he does. But for Seokjin, he doesn't do that.
그게 형 게임이 도움이 되나 봐요.
But then, is Namjoon basically teasing Seokjin for playing games all the time? Here he said, 게임이 도움이 되는가 봐요. Maybe playing games helps you with that. This is like his third time saying something like this.
게임이 워낙 또 비현실적이니까
Because games are so inherently unrealistic.
게임을 형이 오래 하다 보면 약간 그게 자연스럽게 막 그래서 와 내가 만약에 이 게임 캐릭터라면
The longer you game, eventually it naturally becomes, if I were the character in this game,
이런
내가 도움이 되는 행동을 하고 있었구나 내
되게
삶에.
이제
what would I do in this situation? And Seokjin is playing along with what Namjoon is doing. 내가 도움이 되는 행동을 하고 있었구나. So I was actually doing something beneficial for my life by playing games.
수면에 되게 도움이
우리가 만약에 그 캡슐 머신 나와가지고 가상 게임 현실 공간이 막 생기잖아요.
거기 살고 싶어.
그거
If that capsule machine type thing ever comes out and you can enter a virtual game space,
다 딥슬립 한 사람들은 못해요.
people who have deep sleep won't be able to enter. And while Taehyung was describing that virtual reality invention thingy, Namjoon says, 나 거기서 살고 싶어. I would want to live there. And that reminds me of what Jungkook said the last time he did a live stream. Like when he talked about how nowadays, the world, like he doesn't really get it, like how the world operates, because there are like weird people all the time. Weird things happen all the time. And he said that if there's ever a virtual reality, being formed, he would live there.
그럼 나 못 들어가겠네.
And then Seokjin, 그럼 나 못 들어가겠네. So that means that I won't be able to get in.
형은 못 들어가는 거야.
램수면하는 사람만 들어가는 거야.
아니, 그러니까
So only RAM sleepers can enter?
거의 아니요 그건 뭐 해본 적이 없어요.
Taeyong says, actually I don't know because I've never done it.
나중에 캐시를 하면
만약에 언젠가 나오지 않을까? 그 가상 게임
언젠가 나오지 않을까? One day there will be a thing like that.
현실 공간이?
A virtual game reality space.
난 지금도 게임을 하루에 막 13시간, 14시간 이렇게 하니까
석진, I already game like 13, 14 hours a day now.
진짜 그런 거 나오면 진짜 그때는 음식물도 이렇게 공급하는 시대가 올 수 있지 않을까?
그쵸.
이렇게 누워가지고 그
If something like that actually came out, by then, even food might be injected while you're just lying there,
그냥 이렇게 게임 이렇게 하면서 이렇게 해가지고
gaming like this with like a VR headset.
근데 그럴 때는
Look at RM.
가지고
서브스타처럼.
그냥 이렇게 게임 이렇게 하면서 이렇게 해가지고
근데 그럴 때는
난 진짜 거기서 안 나올 자신 있을 거야.
제가 볼 때는
And I'm so confident if something like that happens, I would never leave that spot.
그건 진짜 안 나올 것 같아요.
거기
형은 진짜 안 나올 것 같아요. Yeah, I'm sure that I think you wouldn't quit either, or you wouldn't come out either.
거기에 흘러가는 시간이랑 현실 흘러가는 시간이 달랐으면 좋겠어. 난.
I would want the time that flows in there and like the machine, VR machine, and the real world time to be different.
약간 시간과 정신의 방처럼.
시간과 정신의 방. That's a reference to. I think I have talked about this before. 정신과 시간의 방. It's a Dragon Ball reference. Hyperbolic time chamber, where time flows super. Time flows super slow in that space.
그러니까 거기 시간이 한 100시간이면 현실에서 1시간 지난
그거 하면 이제
So if 100 hours there equals 1 hour in reality, something like that,
투어는 못하겠다 우리.
then we couldn't do tours anymore
다들 그지?
아니지.
투어를 보러 오실 사람들도 없을 것 같아.
아 그런
because nobody would come to tours.
그렇게
그러면 그냥 그 포트나이트처럼 그 안에서 투어를 하시죠.
그렇죠.
Maybe then just like Fortnite, we would hold tours inside the game. Was it a few years ago when artists had like virtual concerts in games? Anyways, that's what RM was talking about.
포트나이트 안에서 무대하는 것처럼 그렇게.
Like performing inside Fortnite.
구성으로
Like nested structure.
꿈속의 꿈처럼 약간.
Dream within a dream kind of vibe.
아무튼 그렇습니다.
쟤는 난 지금 투어가 너무 마음에 든다.
Anyways, that's what it is. And Seokjin reiterating, I really do love this world tour.
심심하고 잠 조금 못 자는 거 빼고는 좋아.
Other than the fact that I'm a bit bored and not sleeping enough, it's just great. 남준 said.
심심해? 게임하자니까?
You're bored? Let's play games then.
아 그래서 일단 시작은 했어요. 일단 저
So I've started it.
여기까지가 저 플스 처음 사왔어요.
Like getting here, actually this is my first time buying PlayStation.
그냥 할 거야 말 거야. 진짜로 한다고 하면
근데 저
내일 사고.
Taehyung, are you gonna do it or not? If you're serious,
롤을 하잖아.
he would buy PlayStation for him.
저 지금 그리고 책 읽고 있어요.
But you play League of Legends. Namjoon asked, and Taehyung goes, I've been actually reading a book
자기 전에.
before bed.
롤로다가.
리얼로다가? Namjoon looks shocked. Like, for real?
근데 저 지금
넌 롤을 하잖아.
저 지금 그리고 책 읽고 있어요. 자기 전에.
아 리얼로다.
리얼로다가?
체가
For real?
지금 몇 페이지 안 넘어가지 않았냐?
지금
Yeah, but you haven't read, only a few pages, didn't you? Seokjin asked.
28페이지.
Currently on page 28.
야 여기 온 지 2주 됐는데 28페이지
아
읽었대.
훌륭해.
You've been here 2 weeks and read only 28 pages?
하루에 2페이지 훌륭해.
2 pages a day. Impressive.
그러니까
무슨 책인데?
What book is it?
제가 나중에
궁금해서.
나미야
I'm
작가명이
curious.
그거 아니야?
그거 태양이 3년 전에 읽는다고 했던 책 아니에요?
나
Namiya Chapwajang. That's one of the bestsellers in Korea. It's a fiction. The Miracles of the Namiya General Store. Seokjin was guessing that's the book that he's reading, but Namjoon said that Taehyung finished that, or that's a book that Taehyung said he was going to read 3 years ago.
남이랑 파전은 다 읽었잖아.
I've already read all of that.
그거 심지어 곧 있으면 실사판도 나올 텐데.
There's even a live action adaptation coming soon.
2페이지씩 읽으면
히가시노 얘기.
At 2 pages a day.
실사판도 나올 텐데.
하루에 2페이지씩 읽으면
That's what Seokjin was saying.
히가시노 얘기.
Is that Higashino Keigo that you're reading? I think Taeyong talked about that author, Higashino Geigo, who writes best-selling thrillers, mystery novels, and Taeyong was reading that author's books a lot during the military, according to him.
하루에 2페이지씩 읽으면은
전 되게 중요하다 생각해요.
1년이면 700페이지. 아, 그럼 읽을 수 있겠네.
At 2 pages a day. At that rate, you will finish a 700-page book in a year. And Namjoon said, but I think that really matters, making that slow progress.
저도 요새 병렬식 독서라고 해서 여러 권 동시에 읽는 거 있잖아요.
I've been doing parallel reading lately, reading multiple books at the same time.
하나만 읽는 걸 못해서 저도 풀리건 뮤비 촬영할 때 읽던 거 어제 다 읽었어요.
I cannot just read one at a time, so I finished one yesterday that I started reading during the Hooligan music video shoot. And Namjoon talked about his reading habits in the past, like parallel reading. He intentionally places multiple books in his house, like everywhere, so that he would just pick up one and read wherever he goes. I remember him talk about that. I think in one of the
읽다가
interviews.
딴 거 읽었다 딴 거 읽었다 그러는 거야.
원래 안 그랬는데
내가 이 게임
So you switch to another one part way through, and Namjoon said, 원래 안 그랬는데 I didn't used to do this. But if I remember correctly, he did talk about RM 독서 습관, 여러 책, multiple books. Anyways.
게임하다 저 게임하다 그런 느낌이
이거 하다가
있구나.
막히면은
Sakjin. Okay, so it's kind of like how I play different games simultaneously, switching games.
뭐 예를 들면 롤도 잠깐 했다가
한 게임 엔딩 볼 때까지 하는 게 아니고 요거 이렇게 왔다 갔다
왜냐면
하는
요새
So not playing one game all the way to the ending, just bouncing between this one, that one.
약간 쇼츠 이런 거 보다 보니까 저도 인내심이 좀 떨어져서 하나만 진득하니 잡고 있는 게 쉽지 않더라고요.
아 이게
Because lately, watching shorts and stuff, like YouTube shorts, my patience has worn down. So it's just hard to stick with one thing.
내심 영역이었어.
약간 좀 그런
So we are talking about the topic of patience.
것도 있잖아요. 그냥 이렇게
Maybe it does have something to do with that.
잠깐 했다가 이렇게 하나만 진득하니 못하는 거. 와
Just, dipping into something briefly, not being able to stay with just one. 진득하니. And RM has talked about, the danger of dopamine inducing contents, being obsessed with YouTube shorts or Instagram reels, and how those, watching those contents has been affecting his life. Interesting.
태양 갖고 왔다. 뭔 책이야?
So Taeyong brought his book.
원이야 심지어.
It's 2 books.
야, 태양.
All right, let's see.
모수?
모수?
재밌다던데.
이거 나도 읽고 있었는데?
I heard that it was good, Taeyong said, and Namjoon said that I've been reading this too.
그래요?
What is it?
이거 저 그 비행기 하나 놓고 온 책인데.
그래?
I actually put this on the airplane.
태영이가 들고 온 거 아니야?
Maybe Taeyong picked it up.
그래요? 아니요.
아니지, 너 거잖아.
난 내가 제 거예요.
너 많이 읽었는데?
Namjoon left it on the plane, but this is Taeyong's own book. But you have gone very far into the book.
아니요. 저 많이 읽은 게 아니라
Actually, no.
근데 이 책 되게 좋아. 작년 베스트셀러 중에 한 70표.
This book is really good. One of the best sellers last year.
여기까지.
아 진짜?
여기까지.
야,
많이 읽었는데?
20몇 페이지 읽은 게 아니라 170몇 페이지
이거는 한번 정독을 했어요.
He read like 170 pages or something.
그리고 다
아, 벌써
이거
잡았어?
추리소.
10몇 페이지 읽은 게 아니라 170몇 페이지
이거는 한번 정독을 했어요. 그리고 다
This one on the right, I already finished it, and I'm starting again.
잡았어?
추리소설이야?
아니요. 이거는 사후세계.
16
That's about afterlife.
밤의 주방.
이거는 사후세계 관련된 건데
사후세계 궁금하다.
그 뭐야?
태양! 그래서
세-
너 요새 말을 잘하는구나.
그러니까 너 명성
So they're praising. 김태형, 그래서 너가 요새 말을 잘하는구나. That's why you're so well spoken lately.
해졌어.
You have gotten sharper. 석진 says.
아까 막 래피드 아이 뭐 무브먼트.
그러니까
Like that rapid eye movement thing, REM sleep.
이거 형 진짜 형 보면 형이 진짜 인생책 될 걸요.
형, but reading this book, this could genuinely be a life-changing book for you.
마오 저거 16 밤.
마오 작가의
중국 작가 같은데?
네.
Sounds like Chinese author.
사후세계.
와우, 16살. 16책. Okay, I will look into it later. I'll figure out what book he is reading.
여튼
사후세계 믿어요?
사후세계?
Do you believe in the afterlife?
저요? 형 윤회고리 믿어요?
Do you believe in reincarnation?
윤회의 고리?
불교?
아, 난 그런 거 안 믿어. 그냥
I don't believe in that.
태어나고 좀 태어나는 거 아닐까?
If you're born, you're just born.
내가 다시 반복될 거란 생각은 안 해.
I don't think that it will repeat, on and on.
태어나는 거다.
그러니까 새로운 생명이
When you're born, you're born.
태어나는 거지.
A new life comes into the world.
혹시 종교적으로 문제가 되는 거 아닐까?
아니?
This is so 석진. Saying 이게 종교적으로 문제가 되는 말일까? Could this be religiously sensitive? And they go, no.
나도 무교라서.
나 아직도 프로 아이돌이라 이런 거 되게 신경 많이 써.
난 아직도 프로 아이돌이라서 이런 거 굉장히 신경 많이 써. I'm still a professional idol, so I'm careful about these things. In the video where I reviewed Seokjin's Rolling Stone interview, I said that for me, like, Seokjin is a guy who doesn't give a chance to the haters or trolls, like a chance to cancel him, or he doesn't give them anything to feed on in terms of things that they could turn into like a controversies. You know what I'm saying? Which is why he sometimes plays it a bit safe during interviews, instead of opening himself up and being vulnerable. So kind of opposite of RM. And I really respect that. And he's good at like leading interviews in his own pace. And I've noticed that that's one of his characteristics. Being very like, what's the right way to put this? Like diplomatic? I think that's the right word. Diplomatic. But yeah.
나도 무교라서.
나도 무교라서. 태영 said, I'm also agnostic. Like, I don't have a religion.
프로 아이돌이라 이런 거 되게 신경 많이 써. 게임하는데 그 내가
I'm not religious either.
NPC로 해가지고
That's what Taeyong said. And Seokjin said,
많이 써. 게임하는데
like while
그
gaming,
내가 NPC로 해가지고 그 이번에 최근에 이벤트를 한 적이 있거든.
I was an NPC in a game, like Maple Story. Maple Story, Seokjin, NPC. So I covered this in one of my recent videos lately, and there's currently an event going on. Maybe it's still going on, where gamers of this game called Maple Story could get special items if they talk to Seokjin NPC character inside the game.
근데 메이플 그 내가 이벤트를 진행하는데 그 어떤 분이 내 이름으로 삼행시를 지어보겠대.
김석진.
I remember this. Yes, I did talk about this in my video. So I ran an event recently, and in Maple Story, I was hosting an event, and someone said that they will make a 3-line acrostic poem with my name. All right, hold on. All right, found it.
그래가지고 해보세요 했더니 김밥 천국에 가면은.
So someone said that they'll make a 3-line acrostic poem with my name, Kim Seokjin. So he said, go ahead. And it came out as, if you go to
석가모니가 제일 맛있게 먹는 게 뭔지 아세요?
if you go to Kimbap Cheonguk. All right, let me close some windows. Kimbap Cheonguk is again a chain restaurant where they sell hold up. Where they sell like kimbap and Korean street food and snacks and stuff. So that player, and actually I talked about in this video why Maple Story game players love BTS Jin. And one guy said, I'm gonna make a poem using Jin's name. And he said, if you go to Kimbap Cheongguk, the restaurant, do you know what the Buddha enjoys eating most?
뭐 하는 겁시다. 잠시만요. 잠시만요. 이게 종교의 발언은 조금
And then I said, hold on, wait a minute.
부처님인데.
This has a slight religious commentary element.
문제에 그런 소지가 있어서 딴 걸로 바꿔주셨으면 좋겠다 해서 이런 게 있어가지고
So there's a potential for this to become an issue, like a religious issues. So I asked them to change it.
왠지 뭐 진라면이었을 것 같은데.
아니었어요.
뭐 문제가 되는 건가요?
아니
진짜.
혹시 안 들었죠? 지금까지는.
아니야 진 들었어. 그 뒤에 바꿔서 해주셨는데 진짜.
And RM thought that with the last character Jin, that person could have used 진라면 to finish the poem. And Taeyong asked Jin, you didn't actually let them finish, right? But he in fact let the person try another thing, completely changing the keyword.
진짜 맛있는 건 뭐 랍스터와 뭐 물회요? 뭐 이런 거였던 것 같아.
급격하게 선회하죠.
급격하게 바꾸셨어요.
나는 궁금한
So
게
they completely changed it.
뭘까?
Quite the pivot.
우리
아니 약간
사후세계.
All right, let me briefly play what he was referring to. That was precious. I was about to move to a different channel, but someone said that they're amazing at 3-line poems, like acrostic poem. So I'll give more if I like it. And this is where Jin was giving out random special items for players who participated in this event, a real-time live event. And Jin participated by typing in the chat. I will make a poem using the words Kim Seokjin. And then Seokjin said that, yeah, if I'm satisfied, I will give. Is it okay if I'm not satisfied, if I don't give the rewards to you? And the user said, yes. So this is the particular user that he was referring to. And then Jin said that, okay, I'll be looking forward to your poem. This is the Jin's character? Kim. So here's where the poem starts. 김밥 천국에 가면 불자는 어떤 메뉴로 먹어야 할까요? So this is like a haiku, but you are supposed to start each line with a specific character of a word. And in this case, the word is Kim Seokjin, so each line is supposed to start with the characters Kim Seokjin. Therefore, it's a 3-line poem. And this person wrote, when you go to Kimbap Heaven, like a brand for Korean food, Kimbap branch, what should a Buddhist order? And Jin said, 석. User wrote, 석가모니 replied. Says the Buddhist figures. And then Jin, 석가모니, Buddha, Gautama Buddha, the Buddha answered. The user said. And said, wait a second. And then Jin stopped that person. Wait a second. Religion can be a bit sensitive. So can you do one more quickly with your fast wit? And I was like, wow, Seokjin is really being challenging here, and also being smart. I thought that he was simply being funny and trying to challenge that user to try his wit or her wit. But then it turns out he was really being careful, extra careful here. Concerned that they might be crossing a line, like a religious line. And then he gave them a second try. User took on the challenge. So Kim Seokjin said, okay, Kim again. And the new poem starts. My favorite menu at Kimbap Heaven is, Seokjin said, 석. The one menu that Seokjin Hyung likes. And Jin. Really delicious lobster and 물회. And Jin was like impressed. Oh, and that was very. You avoided Jin ramen. Oh, actually, Jin mentioned Jin ramen too. It was witty because Jin ramen was an obvious choice, and even RM thought that the user must have used Jin ramen as an option, but instead they went with lobster and 물회, which are the seafood that Jin really loves. And I guess what he meant was that two are protesting. But the funny thing was other players protested because in that restaurant they don't sell lobster or mure. But the point here is that Jin was actually being careful, bringing up the topic of religion during the real-time events. So super interesting.
아구제 49시
윤회의 고리?
아니
But now they're back to the topic of reincarnation.
사과에 바꾸셨어요.
나는 궁금하긴 해.
I'm actually curious, Taeyeon says.
약간
윤회의 고리?
아니 약간
The cycle of reincarnation? RM asks.
사후세계.
4부제
4부제?
49일
아.
그 49일 동안 유혹 막 버티면
49.
끊을 수 있다고 이런 거.
아.
Like when you resist temptation for 49 days, you can break the cycle of reincarnation.
아, 약간 그런 비슷한 거잖아. 약간 쑥과 마늘을 100일 동안 먹으면 이제 진단이 된다. 약간
It's like eating mugwort and garlic for 100 days and you become human.
그런 거 항상 내려오니까.
These kinds of stories always get passed down. 쑥과 마늘, mugwort and garlic for 100 days. That's like a Korean like legend, how the founder of Korea was born from a bear who turned into a human after enduring for 100 days in a cave, eating like garlic and mugwort for 100 days. And that bear turned women, married with a god, and then was born the founder of Korea. That's the legend. So that was what Aaron was referring to.
나도
전 당장 오늘 자기 전에 릴스를 안 볼 자신이 없는데 사실 49개를 뭐 어떻게 하고 그냥 하는 게 참 쉽지 않은 것 같아요.
와난
Honestly, I'm not even confident that I won't look at reels, Instagram reels, before sleeping tonight. So doing 49 days of resisting temptation is just not
게임
easy
일주일
for me.
하면은
형
진짜 힘들 것
진짜
같아.
형 진짜 어떻게?
For me, if somebody told me
나는 내
to quit gaming for a week, it will be impossible.
친구들이 나하고 동네 친구들이 나하고 다 비슷하단 말이야. 그래서
My friends, my hometown friends, they're exactly like me.
2박 3일 동안 여행 계획을 잡아. 근데 2박 3일 동안 이렇게
So we plan a 2-night, 3-day trip.
첫날 출발을 하고 잠들어.
And day one, we leave and everyone fall asleep.
그 다음날 저녁에 다들 막 다 나 같은 애들이라 다리를 막 동동거리면서 손을 막 들고
And the next evening, everybody is just like me. So they're all like me, legs bouncing, hands shaking.
게임해야 될 것 같아. 이제 가자. 이러고 방 하루
I feel like I need to game. Let's go.
남겨두고 그대로 그냥 와요.
So we check out one day left and come home.
다 같이.
All of
놀랍게
us
제가 진영
together. Wow.
친구들을 본 적이 있습니다.
아 그렇지.
진영이
Surprisingly, I've actually met Jin Hyung's friends.
사람들이 제 안에만 있다고 그냥 같이 밖에서 술 한잔 하자 해서 같이 술 한잔 했는데
Jin Hyung said he's been staying in so much lately, so we decided to go out for a drink, and we did.
정말 그냥 내 친구들 같더라 진짜.
And they were genuinely just like my friends, really.
아 그래요?
형 친구들 봤어.
I met Jin Hyung's friends.
회사 다니시는.
병범
They work at companies.
회사 다니는 한 20년 됐죠 친구들.
그러니까.
They're regular office workers, and we've been friends for about 20 years now.
형을
형 예능에서 한번 봤다. 형 예능.
I have seen them on a variety show once, featuring Jin. And yeah, Jin talked about his hometown friends, and like their relationship is very tight, and they treat each other just like old time friends, not like Jin the superstar. And that's what's so unique about Jin's friendship.
맞아 형 예능 나왔지. 사람 좋으시더라고.
They seem like great people.
다 저 같아요. 다 게임 막 하루 10몇 시간씩 하는 애들.
역시 다
They are all like me, people who game like 10-something hours a day.
이게 비슷한 사람들끼리 거시기 해야 돼요 진짜.
근데 다 결혼해가지고
You really do find your kind, RM says.
지금
그래요 그러니까
애도
But
애도 있으시다면서.
but they're all married now, and they all have kids too.
맞아요.
그래가지고 얼마 전에
제가 물어봤어요. 형수님이 안 싫어하세요?
So I asked, doesn't your wife mind, or doesn't your wife get mad?
아이 너무 좋아하죠.
But they said that she loves it.
내 친구는 애가 8살이에요.
My friends has an 8-year-old kid.
너무 이른 거 아니야?
그건 좀
Isn't that a bit early?
많이 빠른데?
그런 일찍
너 몇
Super
살이지?
fast.
32?
How old are you? 32.
24.
They married really young.
뭐 그럴 수도 있지.
그럴 수도 있지.
That happens. That happens.
그렇지.
친구들도 이제 슬슬 이제 그
갈 때지 다.
애들이 이제 나오기 시작했어.
My friends are also starting to. They're having kids.
내
나 아직도 애들.
학교 동창
아직도 했는데. RM said, although I'm still a kid though. I'm still a kid myself, whereas my friends are starting to have kids.
들은 엔간에선 다 간 거 같아.
Most of my school friends seem like they're already married.
근데 그러면 대단하다. 사실 요새 제 친구들은 3분의 1에서 4분의 1? 막 그렇게 그러니까
That's actually impressive because lately maybe about a third to a quarter of my friends,
한 명 한 명으로 보면 되게 많아 보이는데 사실 막 절대적으로 따지면 안 하는 애들이 더 많은 것 같긴 해.
like looking at each person individually, it sounds like a lot, but in absolute terms, the ones who haven't married are still more.
너도 그렇지 않아?
네.
Right? Tae?
저도 한 30%가 해갖고
그치 나도 30%.
70%는 안 했어.
Like 30%, 30 out of 100 are married, 7 haven't. 70 haven't.
친구가 많이 없어가지고
I don't have many friends though.
대여섯 명 있는데 그냥 알고
알고 들어보면 많죠.
I maybe have like 5 or 6 friends. But 6 is actually a lot, RM points out.
그러니까 그 대여섯 명은 다 갔어.
와
Of those 5 or 6, they're all married. So, quick Korean lesson. 가다, 갔다. They're gone. Literally means they're gone. That's a Korean way of saying that they're married. And here, Jin is saying that 5 or 6 of them are all married.
잘 살았네 그분들도 되게
Good for them.
대단하네.
That's
빨리
impressive.
찾아가지고
Finding their persons early.
저희는
Finding their matches early.
뭐 잘 할 수 있겠죠 언젠가.
오케이, 저희는 잘할 수 있겠죠 언젠가. 오, we'll manage at some points, someday.
인생은 뭐
모르니까 어떻게 될지.
언젠가는
제가 지금 35인가
인생은 모르니까. You never know how things will go in life.
6인가
님
How old am I now? 35 or 36?
5입니다.
You are 35.
근데 사실 셋이잖아요.
Well, actually, you're 33
그렇지 33이지 태어난 지 33이지
저도 하나하고
because 33 years since birth. And like I pointed out earlier in the past, actually lately, recently, a lot of Korean people still use 3 different age systems, like the traditional way of counting ages and the legal way of counting ages and the one weird mixed one. But technically speaking, Jin is still 33. Yeah, even though according to the traditional Korean system, he's 35. Yeah, it's pretty weird how, people still do that.
저기 태양이 30이고
그쵸.
Taeyong is 30 still.
그런지.
다 친구지
근데 나는 약간
We are
그게
all friends.
계속 나를 몇 살이에요? 나 몇 살이세요? 95년생이라고 얘기를 항상
나도 요새 그냥
맞아.
부사예요.
그러니까 내 나이를 잘
This is so relatable. Like, well, when people keep asking how old are you, I always just say I was born in 1995.
모르겠어가지고
And that's what these guys say too.
그냥 92년생이에요
Yeah, I don't even know my exact age, so I just say I was born in 1992.
누구는 그리고 글로벌 나이 쓰고 누구는 한국 나이 쓰고
맞아
헷갈려.
연생으로 하는 게
Some people go by international age, some by Korean age.
제일
부사예요.
옛날에 그 어른들이
So birth year, the most universal.
연생 몇 년생이에요? 이러면 저렇게 아주 그냥 10살 12살이에요 하면 되지 않나라고 생각했는데
Back in the day, when older people would say, "What year were you born?" I used to think, why not just say I'm 10 or I'm 12? But now,
나이 먹으니까 확실히 내 나이 세기가 힘들더라
now that I'm older, it really is hard to count your own age.
우리 아빠도
저도 헷갈려요.
우리 아빠도
Yeah, it's confusing for me too, RM says.
연생만 알지 아빠 나이를 몇이고 막 그런 걸 잘 까먹고
모르시잖아.
My dad only knows his birth year, not his actual age.
그렇지
He just forgets. Mine is like that. My dad is also like that, RM says. Agreeing with Taeyong.
아무튼 뭐 그랬습니다.
Anyways, that's how it is.
그렇습니다. 재밌죠?
Fun, right?
재밌었어요.
It was fun.
아니 이게 번역이 잘 되나?
형 말구나.
번역이 잘 되나 모르겠네. RM said. I wonder if the translation is going well. By the way, this is a really different vibe compared to the live stream that these guys had last time a week ago. Really different vibe.
보시는데.
아, 저 시청자 이입해가지고 지금. 아, 재밌었어요.
아니 이게 번역이 잘 되나?
Okay, Taeyong was laughing here because they were asking, it was fun, right? They were asking armies, but instead Jin responded, thinking that it was a question for him.
보시는데.
아, 저 시청자 이입해가지고 지금.
I've been putting myself in the audience shoes.
되게 좋은 말이 많아요.
나이에 대한 집착이 강하대요.
Somebody said something about these guys being obsessed with age.
난 나이에
사는
대한
것이
신경
가장
없어.
중요하대요.
사는 것이 중요하죠.
맞아.
사는 것이 중요하다. Living is what's important.
나이 별로 신경 안 썼는데.
I don't think much about age either, Jin says.
훌리건 노래 좀 부탁드려요. 훌리겐.
홀리겐.
훌리겐.
Somebody-
훌리건 아니죠? 훌리겐입니다.
오빠 남준 스타.
Somebody requested singing hooligan,
아이.
damn.
reading people's comments.
아무튼 이렇게
이렇게 또 마무리를.
네, 즐거웠어요.
김씨들.
This is how you wrap things up.
네.
저희 그냥
The Kim trio.
이렇게 해놓고 저희끼리 무슨
반갑습니다.
꿈 얘기하고
네.
근데 전
It was just basically the three of us getting together, talk about dreams and stuff.
이런 걸 좋아하는 것 같아요.
근데 저
I think I genuinely enjoy this kind of debate, Taeyong says.
밥 먹을 때도 원래 이런 얘기 하잖아요.
그러니까
When we eat, we usually talk about this kind of stuff.
여기 아니면은 다음에 라이브를 할 때 여기에 주제를 정해 주시면은 저희가 그거 가지고 얘기할 텐데 다 약간
Like next time we do a live, if you suggest a topic, we will take it from there.
결혼해줘요.
메리미 뭐 홀리건 해주세요.
진하트 이러면 이제 저희가 주제를 잡기가 좀
나라 막 이렇게 이모티콘 주고
맞아요.
이러면 사실 저희가 저희끼리 얘기하는 게 더 낫죠.
I love Taeyong being serious like this. Like, but if you guys just keep, writing comments like "please do a hooligan" or posting emojis of countries, different country flags, then it's better for us to. It's hard for us to pick a topic, and we would honestly just rather talk amongst ourselves, which is what I personally want. And to be honest, like how many people watch this live? Maybe it's a cumulative viewership, but like more than close to 5 million views. So it's understandable that a lot of the comments are just expressions of love, purple hearts, and posting flags. So, but I'm pretty sure there are a lot out there, especially my subscribers and members, who will be very good at suggesting interesting topics and interesting questions. Maybe they can adopt a AI-based system where they can pick out some of the most interesting comments from the real-time chat comments. Maybe Weverse can adopt a system like that, but otherwise, it's better for these guys to have just natural conversations on their own. So I agree.
주제. 그럼 다음에 또 할 땐 주제를 들고 올까요, 아예?
Maybe next time, should we bring a topic ourselves?
그냥
제가 볼 때는
오늘은 그냥 뭐 얘기해볼까?
주제를 정해주세요 하고 방제를 쓸까?
네, 저희가 이렇게
Maybe we should ask in the title, like please suggest a topic of the live stream.
오늘
Put that in the live stream title.
이렇게 얘기를 요청을 했으니까 다음에 저희가 라이브를 할 때 주제를 이렇게 띄워놔 주시면은 오케이 이 주제 좋다 이 주제를 얘기해 봅시다.
오케이 lucid.
So since we made a request today, so next time when we go live, if you throw out a topic, then we may be like, okay, this topic is great. Let's talk about this one.
좋다 이러고
루시드들이.
Lucid.
사계절 좋다.
근데 되게
Four seasons.
뜬금없는 주제야 돼. 되게 우리의 그 연관성 있는 뭐 콘서트 분위기는 어땠어요? 이런 주제로 가면은 좀 우리가 직업적으로 접근할 수밖에 없기 때문에.
But it really has to be a completely random topic, like something unrelated to our lives. Like how was the concert atmosphere? If we see questions or topics like that, if we go with a topic like that, we cannot help but approach it professionally. And Taehyung
됐어요. 이런 주제로 가면은
really agrees.
좀 우리가 직업적으로 접근할 수밖에 없기 때문에
맞는 것 같아요.
좀
Yeah,
되게
I agree.
뜬금없는 뭐 루시드 드림 얘기,
유당
So something really out of the blue.
유당 불내증 얘기,
유당 like lactose intolerance?
그렇지. 유산균은 내 몸에 어떤 영향을 미치는가?
유산균을 미쳐.
What kind of effect does probiotic have on my body?
우리 유산균 가지고 그렇게 얘기 많이 했잖아요.
유상 얘기 많이 했지.
We talked very passionately. We talked a lot about probiotics,
사람은 잘 때
probably while developing these probiotic drinks, beverages.
과연 눈동자를 몇 번 정도 움직일까? 이런 되게 좀
다시
How many times do a person's eyes actually move?
다들 뭐
While they
러닝할 때
sleep.
케이던스 몇 나오나.
존2가 맞는가?
Like how many cadence do you have while you run each time?
존3가 맞는가?
존3가 맞는가.
운동의 고수는 몇 킬로 들 때부터인가?
좋습니다.
From what weight are you considered a fitness expert in terms of weight training?
좋습니다.
여튼 그렇게 한번 해주십시오.
So let's try it that way.
재밌겠네요.
That'll be so
다음에 또
fun.
저희 셋이 뭉칠 날이 있을까요?
Will the three of us get together again in the future? Any chance?
저희 또 밥 먹자 하면 또
그럼 다음에 할 때 저희 셋이
We'll say let's eat again, and then
는 일단 다 같이 하는 걸로 볼까요? 그러면은
okay. So next time let's make it all three of us by default
그 토론해야 되니까.
because we have to have a debate.
저희는 더 토론해야 되니까 뭐 여기서 누가 낄 수도 있고요.
끼면 좋죠.
So someone else might join too when we debate.
맛집
That'll be
탐방으로
great.
제이홉이 같이 껴도 되고.
그렇죠.
We could make it the restaurant crew with jhope in it.
하지만 빠지면 안 된다. 낄 수는 있지만 빠질 수는 없다.
So, but you can join, but you cannot leave. You cannot quit.
한 번 끼면은 두 번 다시는 나 오늘 좀 쉴래. 이러면은
나뭐 주제
Like once you're in, you can never say, "I just want to rest today."
다 같이 못하고 할 때.
다음에 제이홉 오면 제이홉의 석청에 대해서 한번 토론.
If J-Hope comes next time, let's do a debate on J-Hope's 석청, rock honey. And why is it so funny? Because J-Hope, we have seen from his variety show, somebody already commented on X. I think this is it, where he said that it's his habit to have like a spoonful of rock honey right before he go on stage during his concert, world tour, and then these guys are dying laughing.
제이홉의 석청 드신 후보가 있어요.
너무 좋다.
우리 이 얘기도 진짜 많이 했어.
Apparently they talked a lot about it. All right, this is actually funny.
제이홉의 석청 드신 후보가 있어요.
무슨
제이홉의 석청 드신 후보가 있어요.
Okay, what kind of impact does J-Hope's rock honey have?
너무 좋다.
우리 이 얘기도
This is so great.
진짜 많이 했어.
We talked about this so much.
좀 진짜 해야 돼.
왜
왜
해외에서는
먹고 있으면
우리가 왜 해외에서는 이 석청을 구할 수 없는가?
근데
Why can we not have access to rock honey while being abroad?
제이홉의 석청은 기본 꿀이랑 다른 그 질감이
왜 히말라야
J-Hope's rock honey is actually different from regular honey in terms of texture.
석청은 독성을 가지고 있는데
근데 지금
Why Himalayan rock honey has toxins in it.
호비 석청 지금
다
좀
먹었어.
거의 다 먹어가지고
Wait, what is 석청? Actually, rock honey? Wild honey. Okay, wild honey or cliff honey. And Seokjin said that J-Hope is currently running out of his honey.
좀 리필 해줘야 돼. 그래서 나랑
We've almost finished it, so we need to refill it.
형이랑 그 석청문고 양심에 좀 찔려가지고 가위바위보에서 이긴 사람만 먹기로 했는데 형이
So me and Taeyong, we are feeling a bit guilty about eating Hobie's honeys too much. So we agreed that only the winner of rock, paper, scissors could eat it.
져놓고 먹은 거야. 이거에 대해서 어떻게 생각해?
And Taeyong actually lost, but ate it anyway. So what do you think about that? I asked RM.
그거는 사실 그거는
That's,
양심이 많이 없는 행위 아니냐? 아무리 공연을 잘해야 돼도.
that's a very conscienceless act, isn't it? No matter how well you need to perform.
그 상황에 왔을 때 뭐 허비 석청 못 먹으면 약간 내가 오늘 컨디션이 떨어질 것 같은 그런 징크스가
그쵸. 저는 그런 징크스가 있어가지고.
하지만
Like when that moment comes, maybe you felt like if you don't have Hobie's rock honey, wild honey, you just have this feeling that your condition will drop that day. That kind of superstition, jinx.
우리 프로미스를 했잖아.
And Taeyong said that yes, I have that superstition. But Jin goes, but we made a promise though.
프로미스. 형. 아 그쵸.
우리 프로미스를 했잖아.
가위바위보를 했으면 안 되지 근데 그러면.
Right. In that case, you shouldn't have played rock scissors papers with Jin.
그러니까
아 프로미스.
우리 프로미스
Promise.
했어.
프로미스. 오케이.
Okay.
그럼 다음에 어떻게 할 거야? 진짜로 가위바위보에서 이긴 사람만 먹을 거야?
Okay. Then what about next time? What are you gonna do? Only the rock paper scissors winner gonna gets to eat?
아니라고 하면 이제 안 해도 돼. 하지만 그럼 재미가 없지.
If you say no, then we don't have to do it. But then it's no fun.
저는
For me,
근데 석청이 주는 약간 그 콘서트의 약간 아드레날린 각성제라고 생각해요.
the thing about rock honey is, I think of it as concert adrenaline, like a stimulant.
언제부터 먹었다고?
Since when did you start eating it?
처음엔 저걸 왜 먹느냐.
In the beginning, Taeyong used to be like, why on earth are you even eating that thing?
저거 뭔데? 그냥 꿀 먹어라, 꿀물 먹어라. 나 분명히 들었거든.
I actually remember Taeyong saying, like, why are you even eating that? Just, drink honey water or something.
아 이런 거 왜 먹어요? 그냥 꿀물 드세요. 분명 이번 한국 공연에서 들었거든.
I specifically remember him saying that during the Korean concert in Korea. 유난을 떠내, you're making a fuss out of it. That's what Taeyong used to say to Hobie.
아유 뭐 대단한 뭐 꿀을 먹는다고 그냥.
Being very sarcastic. Oh my god, the honey is so impressive. The honey that you're having.
대단한 꿀벌 납셨네요.
언제부턴가 이 석청이 나에게 주는 의미는 이러고
이 석청을 먹지 않으면 나는 바로 시무룩해지고.
But then all of a sudden, Taeyong starts saying that if I don't eat this honey, then I immediately feel down or something. Talk about what this rock honey means to me.
석청이 주는 효과는 실로 대단했다.
Taeyong goes, the effect of the rock honey was truly remarkable. That's a reference to Pokemon games. When a Pokemon character uses a skill and it works wonders and damages the opponent, the game, there's a message that says, for example, Pikachu's Thunderbolt, the effect was remarkable. So Taeyong said that right here, making the reference. The effect of rock honey was impressive and remarkable.
아 대단했지.
아무튼 저희가 요새 제이홉의 석청을 뺏어먹느라 연연이 없기
그러니까
때문에.
석청 얼마 안 남아서 한
Anyways, nowadays, lately, we have been very busy stealing rock honey from jhope.
요만큼 나왔어 요만큼.
And we actually have not much left, just this much.
제이홉 나중에 다음번에 이제 제이홉 초대석을 해서 제이홉의 석청은 어디서부터 시작됐으며.
그렇지.
So next time, we should have J-Hope as a special guest. Like, where did J-Hope's relationship with rock honey begin?
석청을 어디를 통해서 어떻게 구매하는가.
Like, through what channel does he purchase this rock honey?
그런 얘기를 한번 들어보고.
제이홉한테는
We should hear those stories.
어떤 효능이 있는지도 물어봤으면 좋겠어.
맞아.
I also want to ask what effect it has for J-Hope specifically. And yes, J-Hope, talked about it. J-Hope, 꿀. Yeah, it was 전참시. He always had it like 20 minutes before. Where is it? And didn't he say that? Yeah, and V actually posted it on his Instagram too. Last April 13th, he posted a photo of himself eating that honey with the caption 먹는 중. In the process of eating. Yeah, right here. Jin is eating it too. That's so funny. Interesting.
석청을 먹고 나서
그리고 석청과 진짜 일반 꿀의 차이점은 뭔가?
And what is the difference between rock honey and regular honey?
석청은 원래 이제 돌에서 나는 그 이제 그 돌에다가 지은 벌집에서
벌집에서.
채취한 꿀만 석청이라고 하는데.
그래서 미네랄이
So rock honey is technically honey that comes from a stone surface, like from a beehive that's built on rock. and only honey harvested from that is called rock honey. So it has more minerals, rich in minerals.
많아요.
그렇다고 하더라고요.
그래서 씹을 때 아삭아삭거리는 그런 식감이 나는 거지.
So when you eat it, there's that crunchy texture.
그래서 제가 똑같이 지리산 석청을 시켜봤거든요 집에서.
So I tried ordering 지리산 rock honey myself.
그냥 우리가 먹는 그 아카시아 꿀 같아요.
그래?
So it tastes just like regular acacia honey.
근데
아니 저렇게 약간 그 알갱이가 있는 그 맛이 아니에요.
그러니까 왜 알갱이가 있는 거?
So it doesn't have that grainy texture, that flavor.
방법이 있거든.
아니
It's so funny how all of a sudden they are becoming very passionate about the topic of rock honey.
근데 그게 어떤 정제 과정을 거쳤냐에 따라서 다른 것 같아요.
So I think that depends on what kind of refining process it went through.
제가 보기에는
내가 봤을 때 꿀이랑 벌집은 가른 게 아닐까? 그 둘이 합친 거 그 벌집을 갈아가지고 그냥 꿀이랑 합친 거지.
Maybe I think the honey and the honeycomb are mixed together. The two are combined. The honeycomb is ground up and mixed in with the raw honey, finely ground.
그게
곱게 갈아서.
그게 완전히 그 막 이게 막
근데
짜서
그거 알죠?
체밀까지 다 한 거.
근데 벌집을
I don't think it's fully dissolved.
앞만 간다고 해가지고 그 약간 씹히는 거 그 안에 남아있는
밀랍 같은 거 있잖아요.
네,
그걸 아주 그냥
But even if you even if you grind only the honeycomb, there's still like beeswax left inside.
맷돌로다가 이렇게 막 진짜 곱게 간 거지.
Maybe that is just ground up completely using a millstone.
혹시 양봉업자 계시면 연락 주시면 저희가
우리 할아버지가 또 양봉업자야.
RM, if any beekeepers out there watching, please reach out to us. But then Seokjin all of a sudden says, actually, my grandfather is a beekeeper. For real? Oh, wow. Not so far away, after all.
좋다.
할아버지 아직 계신 거죠?
제가 꿀수저예요.
He's doing well, right? And he says, 제가 꿀수저예요. You know the song, Pepsi. The English title is Silver Spoon. And there's a whole, how should I even say that? How people categorize class. Like wealthy class is called gold spoon, and poor class is called like 흑수저, dirt spoon. And here, Seokjin is describing himself as a honey spoon because his grandpa apparently is a beekeeper.
저희 할아버지
Talked about his background.
양봉업을 하시고 저희
허니수저요?
할아버지는 양복업을 하시고.
삼촌은 그 수박 아니 딸기를 하세요.
So my grandfather does beekeeping, and my uncle farms
그 딸기 맛있잖아.
strawberries.
딸기 엄청
겨울마다 갖다 드리는 그 딸기 있잖아요.
You know those strawberries that I give you every winter?
할아버지랑 삼촌이랑 같이 살아요.
And my grandfather and uncle, they live together.
우리 같이 합니다.
They do business together.
경쟁 산업
경쟁은 아니고 이
Not competition.
양봉업과
Collaboration.
네.
Honey and strawberries.
저희 삼촌
That sounds
수박
wonderful.
같은 것도 하고
My uncle sometimes grows watermelon too.
달콤한 것들.
All the sweet things. All right, that's why he called himself Honey Spoon, describing where he comes from, like his background.
아무튼 다음번에는 제이홉을 모셔서
뭐
석정에 관한
석청에 관해서 또 얘기를 해보고
토론 한번 해보시죠.
그리고 아미들이
Anyway, next time we'll bring J-Hope on and we'll talk about rock honey
생각하시는 그 주제에 관해서
그 주제 너무 궁금해. 그 주제를 뭘 해주실까?
생각해.
and whatever topics that armies will be suggesting. I'm so curious what topics that they'll be bringing.
와주시길
근데
바랍니다.
되게
Please come, prepared.
남달라야 할 거예요.
But it will have to be really original,
Like 석청.
라이브 석청.
like Seokjin,
오케이.
like rock honey.
수고하셨습니다.
여기까지 하겠습니다.
즐거웠습니다. 그거 아니야?
석청.
수고하셨습니다.
하나 둘 셋 하면 석정하고 끝내자. 하나
Okay, let's wrap up. Let's end it on Seokjin by saying 1, 2, 3, Seokjin.
둘 셋
석청.
석정이 뭔지
Oh my goodness. I did not expect this kind of live stream at all. They talked about diverse topics. Starting with
지금 매운째다.
너무
they actually began by talking about Kim clans and then chicken and then of course the concert experiences. But then they delved into random topics like REM sleep, rapid eye movement, lucid dreaming, and what else? Like virtual reality and the reincarnation, like the cycle of reincarnation and books. What else? And they did not talk about Ari at all. And then at the very end, they started talking about J-Hope's Rock Honey. I just love it. What was your favorite topic that they discussed? Let me know in the comments. And I really enjoyed translating this live stream. Although, how long is this video even? Like 3 hours or something? I'll be back. And we'll see what will happen the next time these three guys come together and do a live stream. Maybe with J-Hope added. And the pressure is on. You know, if you are going to participate in the live stream, you have to come prepared to suggest interesting and original topics. All right? Leave your favorite moments in the comments. And as always, when we comment, let's stay positive, respectful, and classy. Thank you guys. Peace and love. Bye-bye.